now, I am still topless, as I will be going forward, because I'm trying to mimic, my guy. I'm trying to mimic the proper way to wake up in the morning. So I'll be doing the first hour of the show topless going forward, which I think should be really good for the YouTube channel. We've been putting a bunch of stuff up on YouTube /NotSam of like in studio videos. So any topics that we knock out daily in the first hour,
which you do,
I mean daily, that end up on YouTube, you'll see me, nipples, everything. Topless.
We're gonna have to put NSFW on a lot of these videos.
Yeah. Travis just had to remind me you can't do the show with the mouth tape on. I was like, right, thank you. That's why you're the EP. But I can leave my Breathe Right strip on, right? And he goes, no, you have to leave the Breathe Right strip on.
For at least a few hours.
At least another hour. I go, okay. Oh, jewelry needs to come on. Yeah. I enjoyed a lot of you guys sending me the parodies of Wake Up Routine guy.
Homeless guy?
In my app mentions. I don't know about that. Yeah. I live in the narrative of the video. I don't do the whole like. I don't like when I see a great movie.
It's canon.
No. I don't like going to what happened after. When I watch a documentary, I don't like what happened after. When I watch Shark Tank, I don't like what happened to the company after.
You don't like those updates that they give on Shark Tank?
No, I like when they give the update on Shark Tank. I don't like when they write the article and I find out that like it of course failed. You've never heard of the business before.
All right.
I'm
here to tell you he's homeless.
Not in my world. That wasn't part of the show. The show was he's doing really, really, really well for himself, and now there's a whole bunch of spinoffs, like that old lady who puts her teeth in at noon. Do you see that one?
What?
Yeah, no. Check my app mentions.
No, I can't keep up with all of it. There's so many.
I mean, you got it. I mean, this old lady putting her teeth in at noon was in my app mentions multiple times yesterday. They said it was kind of crowned the best one of all the parodies. We're talking about the guy that we were talking about at the end of the show yesterday. If you missed it at all, we went through the whole thing. Go listen to the on-demand. When Hot Dog feels it's appropriate, we'll have a video.
I did see this one.
Yeah.
I saw the screenshot. I didn't see it.
Right. Yeah. This is got to be the best one yet. It's an old lady who wakes up at noon with mouth tape on, puts her teeth in after the mouth tape, and we get to see it. Makes herself some coffee at 12:30 p.m. She's still in her nightie. She's taking a shit at 12:37. That's good stuff. Getting dressed at 1:40. We get to see her putting her clothes on and everything. Now she's getting a pump on. She's doing some deadlifts at 2. Taking a nap at 2:02. So she's deadlifting. Hang on, hit pause. The old lady is deadlifting at 2. At 2:01, she's actually lifting up the weight. At 2:02, she's taking a nap in the recliner. At 2:03, she's at the gun range already, firing a machine gun off. At 2:13, she's making a bowl of ice and Tito's vodka. I mean, she's only been up for 2 hours at this point. It's pretty impressive. Dunking her head in the iced Tito's. And now she's on the ground with the bottle. 2:18, she's taking a nap. And then at 2:20, she's up watching Price is Right.
Man, what a day.
I mean, this lady is living it.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
You know, she doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. But I'm sure that the dude that we were watching yesterday is pissed because this old lady is, as he put it, copying him. He didn't, he said the parodies are more just people copying his style. They thought, they had stolen his whole entire flow, word for word, bar for bar, like they did to poor Soulja Boy. Not realizing parody is a whole different thing. It's not the same at all. But yeah, according to Travis, that guy's was
not
evicted.
According to me.
Well, no,
eviction notices
that you say you found.
Maybe he moved into somewhere better.
He probably did. That's probably the thing that he moved in, and probably did it a while ago.
Yeah,
and that's why he stopped paying rent because he's like, "Well, I don't have to pay rent to that place anymore because I moved to someplace better.
I'm in a better place." Yeah, no, you might be right.
A taller building.
Maybe he just kept his stuff in there, and he's just like, whatever. Like I'm not.
You mean it doesn't matter? Like the stuff doesn't even matter to him because he can always buy more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because don't forget, just in the morning, he's doing 10,000 just in the morning, and that's just an average random morning.
9:00.
Right. I mean, he does wake up at 3:52.
Yeah.
So that was later in the day than it would be for most of us, but that was just a typical morning, like before lunch while he's eating avocado toast. He's doing at least 10,000. So that's huge. You know, none of us are doing that.
Nope.
Not even close. I can only imagine. That's, 50,000 a week, and that's only if you're working weekdays. Forget about the weekends. Who knows?
Would you like to talk to that guy?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to get to the bottom of like why he did that, and like his morning routine is so important to his success that he needs people to see exactly what he does so they can be successful just like him.
Because I think he knows that, there's all these people, a lot of people like us that we're searching. We're searching for that secret to success. We're just sitting there going like, man, how do I get to the next level? And this guy's sitting there going, well, I know. Like I have the answer. Let me show you. Let me show you exactly. Because I think he thinks too. People think it's easy. They think it's easy to be as successful as me. Keep in mind, my morning routine involves me diving into a pool and being suspended in midair for 4 straight minutes. Like, if you can't do that, don't expect to do the other things I can do.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like, to have that core strength. And I know you're working on it. You're doing the yoga.
I'm trying.
You're trying.
I can't suspend, though.
How long can you suspend in midair for?
Just a matter of, like, seconds.
That's it? Like milliseconds even? Yeah. Wow, that sucks, dude. He's doing 4 minutes.
I saw.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so shout outs to him. Yeah, and she's in a helicopter now at 2:30.
Forget that.
Yeah, in the first 2 hours of her day. She's at a gun range in a helicopter, putting her teeth in. You know what it is? It's because she wears that mouth tape.
Yep.
She wears that mouth tape, and that's it. Although it wouldn't surprise me, Mike Cannon has gotten so big into the cold plunge. He's just trying to get to the bottom of anything. He's just searching for answers.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if Mike Cannon started dunking his face in a dish of cold water every morning. Just
if somebody said this works.
This works. Okay, fine. Nothing else is working. We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the reason I don't like Travis bringing up the eviction notice is because the internet always takes it too far.
He's also 5'5".
I was hoping that wouldn't come up again today. That sucks.
Why is that a problem?
5'5"?
It's just funny.
It's a terrible height.
Unless you're Muggsy Bogues, that's a terrible height.
Probably a lot of people listening that are 5'5". Now you're
that's
insulting
fine.
them.
They're all ladies.
They know.
Yeah, I'm 5'5".
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think we care.
Girls can be
women
5'5".
are different. Men need to feel like they need to be tall.
Yeah, but
it's a 5'5" man listening to the show. He should be sad.
It's easy for you to say, I mean, imagine a 5'5" person hearing from somebody that's 6'2". It's okay to be 5'5". You know what? If I was 5'5", I would look straight up at you and say, "How the fuck would you know? You don't know my pain."
I'm defending them, and you're shitting on me for defending them.
I mean, you can't be 5'5". No. It sucks.
Oh, you can't be. You have no choice.
You do
it. Mario Bosco.
Yeah, it seems like he's doing well.
Who?
Mario Bosco.
Muggsy Bogues is 5'3", and he's way
Muggsy
cooler.
Bogues is the shit.
Yeah, he's the fucking man.
If you can make, like, Muggsy Bogues, professional NBA player. Skilo?
Oh.
Skilo built a whole career wishing he was a little bit taller. Only a little bit.
Just a little. Skilo's 5'8".
And Skilo's 5'8", dude. And Leoshi wouldn't talk to him. She's
Which
really...
means she really wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah, no way.
5'7".
Well, there's the problem with Leoshi. She's really fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's tough.
I know it's tough.
You don't. You're saying it's fine.
You don't. Yeah, you can't be like 5'5" fine.
I mean, look at DeSantis. He had to put lifts in his shoes and look like a real fucking asshole.
He did. They caught him, too, because the diagonals.
Yeah, because his boot bended.
Right, the angles. I mean, these physicists on TikTok, they're amazing. But that's what I'm saying. That's humiliating.
It's so humiliating.
I mean, look at Marco Rubio. He seems like he's a pretty tall guy. But then, Trump noticed he was wearing heels. Started calling him Lil Marco. Nobody wants to be little.
I forgot we're insulting someone who's 5'5".
Who?
He just texted us.
Let me see. Oh, just a crying eyes emoji. Listen, I love my short kings. I have respect for my short kings. I was a short king. But as a child,
grew up.
The doctor came to me and said, "Look, do you want to genetically modify your body, or do you want to be like a short king?"
You probably would have gotten there anyway. You weren't done with puberty.
The doctor was like, "You ain't getting there, dude."
You made the right choice.
Yeah,
I know.
You made the right choice.
Look, I know.
You look great.
Everybody says this. They go, 5'5" is fine. And I go, "Oh, I did 3 years of growth hormone as a kid." They're like, good.
Smart.
You wouldn't want to be eye to eye with Cheyenne.
Oh my God.
Imagine, Hot Dog would have been taller than me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gotten this gig. I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't have happened. They'd be like, oh, yeah, Sam's great. I'd go into one meeting. They go, this is the guy?
This guy?
This guy's a shrimp.
He's 5'0". This is the guy? No. And I'm not saying it's fair or justified. I'm not advocating for it. It's actually unfair. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. People don't think it be like it be, but it do.
That's the poll.
You know, and that's the...
But it do.
But it do, and that's the whole issue. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm saying that's how the world feels. And it's ugly, ugly thing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing you don't want to be is ugly. You can't.
If you're ugly and short,
Oh.
you're fucked.
What about that whole Randy Newman song? Not You Got a Friend in Me, Travis.
Oh. He does other songs?
He does. Short People.
Short People. Was that on Toy Story 2?
It was, I think it was on the fourth one.
Randy Newman. Let's see.
You never heard that song, Short People?
You've Got a Friend in Me. He did the Monsters, Inc. stuff, yeah.
Yes.
We Belong Together. That's from Toy Story 3. I heard that one.
I mean, he really...
It's a Jungle Out There. That's the theme from Monk. I've heard that.
He really muddled up his catalog with all these...
I Love L.A. I think that's the only song that he did before Toy Story.
Oh, I see Short People.
Short People.
Little Criminals, 1977.
Yeah, Short People from 1977. I mean, this is 1977 they knew this was a problem. Okay?
Oh, Chevelle's coming to town.
Shout out to Chevelle. Dave Chevelle?
My motivation is to
Shut up.
I mean... Listen to this.
Oh, yeah, I know this song.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
This is probably in a Pixar movie. That's how I know it.
Probably. Maybe it's on the bonus features.
Yeah, maybe during the credits.
You would scour those DVDs.
no reason.
I mean...
Yeah, I know. Randy Newman's the fucking man.
But I mean, Hot Dog's listening to this crying.
no reason to live.
Short People got no reason to live.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But to be honest, Hot Dog didn't have much of a reason to live before hearing
Are you saying even if he was of average height?
But this just confirms it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's killing it. What are you talking about?
How do you feel?
Wish it was himself.
But imagine that. The doctor's like, you want to do growth hormone? And I'm like, I don't know. And I put it on the radio, and Randy Newman's like, well,
Hey, you should die.
either do it or die. Fine, I'll do it.
Like, I'm not tall, but at least I'm not 5'5".
Right. You said you're 5'7"?
Yeah, that's what my license says.
That's probably like the cutoff. 5'7"'s fine.
I think 5'7"'s the cutoff.
It's probably the cutoff.
Because you don't want to be 6'6", because then you're 5.5 feet tall.
That's right. And 5'5" is under 5.5 feet.
5'5", I think, isn't that legal midget?
Dwarf. Yeah. See, I mean, and it's been this way for...
Some people aren't the same as you and I. They're talking about Cheyenne.
But yeah, it's a shame. It's
Hey,
a shame.
you're different.
It's a shame. They shouldn't do this.
They should.
It's not right. But,
He's got nobody.
oh my God. You know what I just found out?
What?
Buckwall won't represent anyone under 5'7".
He shouldn't.
I just got a text. Tony Burton.
I mean,
He said they won't represent
that makes
anybody
sense.
under 5'7". You know why? Because they got to go into a meeting, and they go, "Who represents you?" It's what they ask, and they go, "Tony Burton." It destroys his credibility.
Yeah, but you walk in with somebody, and it's like you walk in with. Are they walking in with a child?
Right? Exactly. This isn't a part for a kid. They're like, "No, that's an adult." What? Are you kidding me?
Good for Tony.
Yeah, he said 5, and like you said, 5'7".
5'7".
That's the cutoff.
Got to draw the line somewhere.
Yep.
I mean, but and imagine
That's a bummer the hot dog can't get representation.
No, and it's just the height. It's nothing else for sure.
Like I said, he's killing it. He ain't worried about it.
He is killing it right now.
He's over at People crushing.
He's destroying it.
Every time he comes in, he's like, "I got another raise. I'm making this much now."
Yeah,
Boom.
I mean, I've never seen somebody fleece a company like he.
I mean, he is.
Don't put that out
he's
there.
He's taking him to the cleaners.
Don't put that out there. He's providing great value.
He is. Yes, he is. But he is just. I don't know how he's able to negotiate a raise every 3 months.
You mean because he's smaller than most?
I mean, he's figuring it out. You can't shit on him too hard. 'Cause
I might
it's like,
hire him as my agent.
He's texted saying, "Why are you all bullying me?"
I'm not hot dog. Just for the record, I'm defending.
I'm just saying the Randy Newman song. Like it's not. I'm not. It's
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's a world view, and this is something I became aware of. But you don't understand. Like, and that might be why I have such an optimistic and pleasant disposition.
What?
Yes. You know, because people ask me, like, why? Like, how do you do that? And I think part of it is, like, half of my school life being literally the shortest kid in school.
Sure.
Like, and they're going like, you ain't getting anywhere near 5'5", dude. It's not happening. And then to be somebody that is like of average, maybe like an inch above average height for a man, not crazy tall,
Right.
but just of average height.
Yeah.
It's a thrill every day.
But so it's like that whole time before was character building.
It was character building. And that was my character.
Because you were preparing for a life of being small.
Being small with a big head.
So, and then you were able to get larger, but then you were able to take all that character with you.
Right, exactly. All the experience.
Right.
Right. And remember too. They're like, "Oh, we'll be friends now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I know the ugliness that lives inside you because I experienced it. That was what I was saying in my soul.
Yeah, I get it.
I knew. They did. I had that. It was like an X-ray vision.
Like you're almost like a
prophet. Like a seer.
Yeah.
I was a seer.
You were a seer.
I still am a seer.
Don't call him a prophet.
I am a prophet.
prophet of his
No,
own-
that's a good point. He would know too. You don't know anything about that. You're right.
Your own destiny.
Right.
A prophet of your own destiny.
That's right. That's right.
You really, I mean, there is nobody I've ever met that has had a clear picture of the direction you're going.
Wow.
And head in that direction and actually attain it.
I'm structuring a new religion.
What's
know
the
what?
new religion?
Semantics.
Okay.
Sam.
Sam Antics?
Semantics.
Sam Antic.
I've been dealing with those
No,
for
no,
20 years.
Sam's antics.
We're like Sam bullshit.
More
and-
antics from Sam.
And then the people will go like this, Sam, that's semantics. And I'm like, that's exactly what it is. See? Travis in Cincinnati. What's up, Travis? If you want to call the show this morning and join semantics, 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969. What's going on, Travis in Cincinnati?
Hey, did you guys watch Rich Voss on the latest Kill Tony?
I saw that he was doing it, and I didn't get a chance to watch it because it was on last night, right?
Oh. It came out on Monday, I think.
Oh, Monday. Okay.
At the 1 hour and 44-minute mark, he tells a kid, "Nice J's." And I thought Rich was a sneakerhead, but the kid's wearing dunks.
Oh, no. Can you go to 144 of the newest Kill Tony? Travis,
he goes-
thank you for your reporting.
He says, "I'm a headliner. I have 50 pairs of Jordans."
144.
Voss is, thank you, Travis, for the insight. Voss is actually booked to do the show coming up soon. So we'll be able to ask him about this moment.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah. Please, take your time. Let's go to Joe in Pittsburgh. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Sam. So you're basically the male equivalent of a fat chick that got hot.
That's right. And I still have that, insecurity that people prey upon. It's a terrible thing.
Also, can we change Hot Dog's name to Weenie Tot since he's 5'5"?
That's actually a good idea. At least we'll call him Pig in a Blanket. Thank you, Joe.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And by the way, what is Hot Dog doing up this early?
He probably hasn't gone to bed yet.
Oh.
Yeah. He was out partying, with his fellow college students. Let's see if we got. So Rich was on the panel last night at Kill Tony, which Kill Tony, talk about a podcast. I mean, it's so fun to witness the growth in real time of a podcast. This thing has been around for 10 years, pre-pandemic. It's a live podcast. That's the whole thing, right? And so not only did they grow from just a podcast that was doing shows in comedy clubs. I remember when I did that show, it was at the Comedy Store. And it was just like it was something they did there every week. They figured out how to not only keep this live podcast going during the pandemic, but flourish during the pandemic to the point that coming out of it now, they're playing arenas. Didn't they do 2 nights at Madison Square Garden?
Yep.
Sold out. And now they just signed a deal with Netflix. So Netflix is going to air, I think, 3 or 4 live Kill Tony specials. I think the first one is coming up April 7th.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And Tony's going to Vegas to do the roast of WrestleMania as well.
I saw that.
Isn't that cool?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what that gentleman was talking about. Adam Ray and Rich Voss are your panelists on Kill Tony. Mm-hmm. I love those guys.
6:30. I like your fucking J's. You look good, man. New sneakers. Fucking.
Did you know what J's are?
Hip pause. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're not Jays?
No, those
Are you sure?
Those are Dunks.
Okay.
Those are Dunks. I do appreciate that Voss is taking a moment to try to relate to the young comic.
That's all he tries to
To try to be like, I'm a cool dude too. But no, those are.
Voss wears Jays.
Voss does wear
Or he
Jays.
thinks he does.
Maybe.
Don't forget, we did give him that clearly fake pair of Yeezys with Taiwanese writing on the side of the box, and he tried to sell them.
That's right.
Yeah, no, those are Nike Dunks. I mean, look, there are similarities to Jordan 1s and Nike Dunks. The uneducated eye, confusing those two, I could understand, but, you know, it took me 1 second.
Yeah.
You know. I have Dunks.
I got 50 pairs. I'm a fucking headliner, bitch.
Oh, wow, a headliner. A headliner? I've never heard of such a... How do you get to be a headliner? How do you get to go up last at the comedy club?
What? Dunks?
Hey, why you...
All right, co-headliner.
I see the drummer called.
Oh, my God.
They're not Jordans.
All right. Will, tell us something crazy about your life. Tell us.
They
missed it.
Right by it.
They missed it. It was good. They missed it.
We'll remember it.
Yeah, Voss probably, when he said they're not Jordans, Voss was like, oh my god, and the fact that Tony moved on because he's not a sneaker guy. You know, what is he doesn't realize the.
Yeah, he probably didn't realize like they're not Jordans meant like they're not Jays.
These
They're
aren't
not-
Jays. This is a different type of sneaker altogether. And it brings the whole thing into question. When Voss says, of course I know about Jays, I'm a headliner, bitch. I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich, bitch.
I have 50 pair, and then you can't even point them out when they're on somebody's feet. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you forget about that, and you know,
Well,
it comes in.
yeah, whatever you guys do not put it on my prep sheet.
Heard, chef.
Nick in Niagara Falls. What's up, Nick?
Gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to share the airwaves with you. It was a week ago today that we found out that Mike Boschetti canceled on you guys for the third time.
That's right.
And I'm just wondering if there's an update. It's the end of the week.
Right.
Will we see him today?
Unfortunately, Mike Boschetti will not be our in-studio guest today. Unfortunately.
God damn it.
Yeah, we were not able to work that out, but I have good news. Nick. This is in cement, would you say, Travis?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is confirmed.
It's a bronze statue.
Bronzed, written in stone, and then we bronzed the stone so that we could have it forever. 1 week from today. 1 week from today. Next Thursday, Mike Boschetti in studio. We have a lot of guests next week, so we had to move some people around, shift some things, but next Thursday, 1 week from today, Mike Boschetti is in studio, confirmed, so that no longer an issue.
I mean, okay. I don't believe it.
Okay, all right.
I'll talk to you then.
All right. I don't know why. It is confirmed, so there's no reason not to believe it. So what I was talking about was, this morning routine guy. And the internet, they go too far. They keep digging. And they find stuff. You don't want to find out you're 5'5". You don't want to find out you're evicted. All this, they go too far. And I feel like they did the same thing with poor Mike Waltz. Oh. You know, we went deep into Mike Waltz yesterday. He was on the Laura Ingraham files. And he's the one who set up that group text to do the war plans. And he added the editor of The Atlantic onto the group text.
Yeah, but that was only because he got sucked into his phone.
And we were trying to figure out, and this is the problem. I think the internet was trying to help him. I think the internet was doing their own research because we know about cyber sleuths. Yeah, we love cyber sleuths.
They solved the Boston bombing.
They got that, Elisa Lam case in Hollywood. They got the right person for that, I think. They always do good.
They're always right.
It's very good stuff. So the cyber sleuths were on it trying to figure out how the Atlantic editor got sucked into Mike Waltz's phone. And then, unfortunately, they were able to actually get more information. Apparently, Mike Waltz has left his Venmo friends list public. Oh, no. So, if you use Venmo, anybody, and the way Venmo works is that you have to put your phone number in, and so it goes through the contact list. So anybody that's in your contacts, if they're public, you can see all their transactions. Because,
is that how it works?
Yeah.
I thought you had to be like friends on Venmo.
No, I've got people on my it's amazing how many people are public on Venmo. I've got people I've definitely never done a Venmo transaction with, and I'm like, oh, it's nice to see that Bobby Lee is paying for pizza.
Really?
Yeah, you can see that.
100%. Like,
even if you're not
even if I've never,
if they don't make it the transaction private, you can see it.
Yeah. If they're in your phone, they go through your phone contacts, and if they're in your phone, I used to be public before I even, because I just didn't bother changing it. But yeah, look, I mean, like, who's that?
Bobby Lee's. What's he paying for?
Cleaning. You know?
Oh. Maybe,
I got it. Look
is
at
that
that.
if you...
I got Mike Calta in here.
Is that only if you sync your contacts to Venmo?
I don't know.
Because I definitely didn't do that.
I don't know
I
what
don't sync my contacts to anything.
I don't know what I did.
Okay.
Remember Pitsy?
I love Pitsy.
Well, he's on Venmo.
Buying a MAGA hat? He loves our president.
He does. Yeah, all kinds of people in here. And when I realized, like, oh, look at that, Hornswoggle just got paid.
Maybe I should sync my contacts. I want to see what some
That's the
people are up
funnest
to.
part, because I put myself private.
Right.
And then I get to see what everybody else is up to.
I never realized this.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Because I got some good people in my phone.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to see what they're up to.
This is like a new social media platform just to scroll through for fun.
Yeah.
Look, Nicole just paid Ryan from the Morning Mashup.
I know what she's not paying.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, there's tons of them. And it's great because you're like, oh, I haven't talked to that person in forever.
Where do I do that?
I still won't, but nice to see what they're up to financially.
Yeah.
You know, okay, hot dogs getting paid for eggs, I guess.
Wow, that must be a nice check.
Yeah.
How much were those eggs?
I don't know. It does, you don't know the amount.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the amount, but it's yeah, it's great.
You
It's
still
great.
see what it's called, and some people literally just
The note,
write.
yeah.
They write exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I always write CP.
What does CP stand for?
Not gonna say.
So unfortunately, and this doesn't bode well for the idea that this guy Mike Waltz knew what was going on with his phone, because he left his Venmo list of friends open. So that's the other thing. I guess you can click on somebody, and I don't know, maybe people can do this to me too. I don't know. But you can click on somebody and see who they're friends with on Venmo.
Let me see. Let me find you.
And they found they found like people from CNN.
Oh, they found a lot of people
on his Venmo friends list, which means now, like, and again, your Venmo friends list might just be your contacts in your phone. So the idea that this politician has journalists that agree and don't agree with him in his phone is not a crazy thing.
No.
Except he kind of made it into a thing by saying, I don't have that idiot in my phone. I hate that guy. I don't have him in my phone. I would never have him in my phone. But he probably had him in his phone.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I didn't even think of that. This kind of shows like how many people he's got.
Exactly. Like it's sort of all these like that's a producer on MSNBC or whatever is in his phone. Like, do you have a list of? I've
read enough free articles on Wired today. Hang on.
Can't go any further than that.
Nope. Hang on.
A list of names that they came up with because they instantly did, and so it's like on two levels. Number one, it gives you some insight into who is in this guy's phone, which I don't think is weird at all. Except he made it weird by saying
he's the one
who said it weird. It's weird, and it's not an odd thing to have people, when you're a politician, to have journalists that don't like you or don't like the president in your phone. I mean, no way. And also that maybe he doesn't have command over his own technology the way he thinks
he just doesn't understand it.
Right, which is the type of mistake that you would also lead to you putting the wrong person on the group text.
No, he got sucked in.
It's circumstantial, but it does bring the sucking in theory into question.
Go incognito.
Okay, good. We had to go on the dark web for this.
I don't know if Chrome incognito.
Yes, we did. Travis had to open his Tor browser.
There's 328 people on his friends list.
He didn't. That's a lot of friends.
But so, if I'm understanding Venmo correctly, as you just explained it to me, doesn't that mean that that's just his? I
mean, I don't
synced contacts.
I never added any of these people as friends on Venmo.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So they're probably just synced contacts.
I have friends on Venmo, but
right, which means that like it's just evidence that these people are in his phone.
Yeah, because you don't have to be friends with somebody on Venmo to send them money.
I've never made friends with somebody on Venmo.
I have some friends on Venmo. Troy's one of my friends.
Did you? That's how you met Troy?
Yeah.
You met him on Venmo, and you're like
paying him for services.
We should meet IRL.
Yeah. This is like 20 years ago.
I've noticed our transactions are matching quite a bit. You like pizza emojis? I like pizza emojis too. We should meet in real life.
I have 7 friends, which is more than I have in real life.
That's true. Is Jermaine one of them? Be honest.
I will be honest with you. No, he's not.
Wow.
No. So I'm going to have 8 friends at the end of the show. Because I'm going to request his friend.
You got to. You got to have Jermaine on there. After all and it's also, that lets us know that the stuff that you do with Jermaine is done for friendship and not for money.
Yeah, like why would I pay him? It's
That's
all
right.
complimentary.
That's right.
It's for friendship.
That's right. It's a real relationship. Yeah, so, we didn't need to, and we never would have known his Venmo friends list.
Brett Baer, Brian Kilmeade.
Well, those I can.
Kristen Holmes from CNN.
Okay, see, that's where it starts to get interesting. I mean, I don't know who this Kristen Holmes is, but the idea that you have Kristen Holmes from CNN, that means she's a cable news, she's a producer, a prominent national security reporter, local news anchor. Okay, so if he's got like national
These
security.
are all different people.
Oh.
Kristen Holmes is not all of those things.
I was going to be very impressed with Kristen Holmes.
No.
Like, look at everything.
No, Kristen Holmes.
I didn't say
CNN.
2. Kristen Holmes of CNN to a cable news producer. So these are just all the people that are in there.
National security reporter,
but
local
that's, of
news
course,
anchors, documentarians, which was my point yesterday. Like, people will just reach out to you.
Yeah, like, why would you have a national security reporter in your phone? Well, because I work in national security. And the reporter sometimes asks me questions. And I give him a comment or I don't give him a comment, depending on if it's appropriate or not. It's not rocket scientist.
And noted
Rocket
conspiracy.
scientist.
Yeah,
it's not
rocket
It's
scientist.
not work that would be done by a rocket scientist. I won't go any further.
Also noted conspiracy theorist Ivan Reichman.
Ivan Reichman?
Reichman, not Reitman. He does
Ivan
Ghostbusters.
Reitman. Wow.
Who calls himself the Secretary of Retribution.
That's sick.
That's pretty cool.
I got to look that
That's
guy up.
awesome. The King of Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, many accounts are local and national politicians, political operatives, like Dan Crenshaw, former mayor of Deltona, Florida.
I mean, it is kind of like a low-key humble brag of like, yeah, like, oh, I didn't even know this was still on, but I really want people to know who's in my phone.
You think that's what it is?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Like, it's just like oh, really? You got Crenshaw on your phone? Oh, yeah, you guys don't have him in your phone? Oh, okay, yeah, no.
Yeah,
These are just the circles I roll in,
I
dog.
thought everybody did.
Sorry, this is just who I talk to, dog. These are my friends. I don't know if you didn't know about me? Oh, okay. No worries. A Venmo spokesperson said, we take our customers' privacy seriously, which is why we let customers choose their privacy settings on Venmo for both their individual payments and friends list. Unfortunately, most Venmo users have no idea how to change it. And we make it incredibly simple for customers to make these private if they choose to do so. Here would be the follow-up question for me. What possible benefit would there be to make it public? Like,
I don't know.
It just feels so much like at some point when they were trying to get Venmo off the ground, they went into these Silicon Valley like investor meetings where they were trying to raise capital. Mm-hmm. And they said, no, it's not just a payment service, it's also a social media experience.
Everything needs to be a social media experience.
Yeah, we were reading about it yesterday with the guy who's trying to, like, the group that's trying to reinvent Napster. No, but you can also talk with like-minded people about the concerts you like. What if PayPal met Twitter? Oh, that sounds good. Like, there is no benefit to the making it public. None. Like, I've never, I've racked my brain trying to figure this out. And I don't know why, unless you're just, like, there's a benefit to me because I'm a very curious person. I like to see the amount of transactions that are going on. You can't see the amounts, but I just like to know, who's putting up the money at dinner and who's paying the Venmo.
Yeah.
Right? Because especially
who's footing the bill.
Or this is what I really like. When I see a group of people that are actually friends and they're all contributing to dinner and I go, oh, guess my invitation got lost in the mail.
Interesting.
Oh, dinner, huh? Oh, you all had dinner. Oh, did you? I don't remember being invited to that dinner. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I just have no idea. I have no clue. Other than I'm just being nosy and scrolling through and being like, oh, Mike Calta's paying for stuff, huh?
How do I do this?
What, you want to find out?
I really want to sync my contacts.
Now you're like, I don't sync my contacts for privacy reasons.
I never sync my contacts.
And I never sync my contacts. But
now I really want
if you mean to tell me that there are some of my contacts that I can see, not how much, but what they're paying for on Venmo and who they're paying to, yes, I would like to see that immediately. Danielle, you're just finding out now that these are public?
I am, but I'm still a little confused. Now I'm like, maybe it is just your friends that you see. Because how many friends do you have? Maybe you just have a lot of friends on Venmo.
Well, no, but what Sam's
I have a
saying
lot
is
of
he
friends
never
everywhere.
added Hornswoggle on Venmo.
I don't think I've ever...
Maybe you did and you don't remember.
I don't think I've ever paid Hornswoggle for anything on Venmo. But
well,
it's very
you
it's very
could be
possible.
friends without ever having a transaction. Like if someone just requested you. Because
Oh, you think Hornswoggle might have
I have
requested
no
me?
idea. I'm looking at mine and I have 165 friends, but I have
I got
over
193.
600 contacts. Oh wait, but now go to your real contacts in your phone.
Except,
You probably have more.
but not every contact in my
That's
phone
it.
uses Venmo.
That's
Right?
a good point.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
There's no way I ever added Ariel Hawani as my friend on Venmo.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. It has to be just like
Yeah, you're right.
contacts in your phone. See, this is what I mean. None of us have any idea how this works.
Nope.
And Venmo's
Sign
like,
up.
it's a good idea. You can send them. All right. Like, we're just giving away. This is how all these apps work. We just give away a ton of privacy because somebody, when the check came at dinner, said, "You don't have Venmo?" No, I got Venmo.
No, I have it.
You're just downloading it real quick. No, I got it. Yeah. I mean, it was really embarrassing. Not too long ago, I think it was Hot Dog that was with me. The parking lot was like, you can pay on Zelle. And I was like, no problem. I got you. And like, as we were leaving the parking lot, I was like, I got you when we get back. I was like, Hot Dog, how do you do this? What's Zelle?
I don't have Zelle.
How do you do Zelle?
No.
Oh, no, but you do it through your bank, right?
Through your bank, yeah.
Yeah.
What do I need Zelle for?
Because some people just want to do it straight to Zelle. They don't want the separate app. Like the Zelle is baked in to the banking app.
I don't have Zelle. I don't have Cash App.
I don't have Cash App.
I got Venmo and PayPal.
You gotta have Cash App.
Or you can cut me a check.
No, we need to agree on one.
Yeah.
We
Venmo.
don't need
I think
multiple
Venmo we should
different
just
payment
everybody
apps.
agree
Just
on
one.
that.
It's Venmo.
People like Cash App, though.
You have Cash App?
I have Cash App just in case I need it. I don't actively use Cash App. I try to use Venmo.
What's the difference?
Just people going
just a
like...
different app.
People going like, you got Cash App? I think younger people like Cash App.
Really?
I think so. Plus, it's funner to say.
Cash App?
Cash App.
I got Apple Pay.
I have Apple Pay.
Yeah, but a lot of people still, when you're like, can you just Apple Pay me? They're like, what are you talking about?
How do I do that?
That's not a thing.
Let me.
Is
I'm
that
gonna request.
It is a
$5.
thing.
Apple Pay someone else?
Yeah.
Money back?
I mean,
you
when
can just text somebody.
I went on...
What?
I went on a spree when they first announced this technology. You know, you can text somebody and just ask them to Apple Pay you.
Apple Cash.
What the? Ooh. Well,
You can't believe it.
$5 from Hot Dog.
See if he gives it to you. One time I got
I
10.
sent him
One time
$5.
I got 10 from him.
wait, but
Yeah, I know.
that's Apple Cash.
Yeah.
Is that
And-
separate from Apple Pay?
Well, it goes into
Well,
your Apple.
You get
Pay.
your Apple Cash in your Apple Pay.
I'll let you know if he
What's
sends me
going on?
$5.
Yeah. Yeah, I went on a long time. I mean, you should have seen the amount of text that Justin Stangle got from me. Asking for $1, $2, $5. It was embarrassing.
He's good for it.
But that's what I thought. He never paid me, but that's what I thought.
I didn't know about
Send it to
this.
somebody. Send it
Oh,
to somebody. Why not?
Wow, this is crazy. Okay.
Except, I will warn you. Sometimes you got hot hands and you're just having too good of a time.
$5.
Did you get it? Yeah.
No way. And then the
Whoa.
question is, so does that automatically
He actually
go
gave it to you.
on your card, or do you have
Yeah,
to wait like
so
3
now-
days?
Well, it doesn't go on your card. It
Or
goes
whatever.
into your
Now
Apple
you go into your wallet.
and your Apple Wallet. So the same way your Venmo,
Hot Dog. $5.
yeah, it just is in your Apple Cash now, which is the same way. Like if somebody Venmos you, it goes into your Venmo account, and you can transfer that into your bank account, or you can just use it to pay your next Venmo thing or whatever.
My man.
Like you can
Wow.
use Apple Cash. Like when you do Apple Pay, you could use a credit card or Apple Cash. I think.
Oh.
Right.
I guess, but you still have to set it up. Like for me, I use Apple Pay with the card, but it's telling me to set up Apple Cash.
You got to set up Apple Cash,
So
but you got to
still
set it
separate.
up so you can get your friends to send you $1,
Yeah.
$2. You know, it's great.
I don't think anyone I know knows about this.
But here's the thing:
Troy, if you need $5 right now, I can help you.
there's a guy I know.
There's a guy.
He's giving out Lincolns.
How do I do it? I don't even know how to do that.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. You set up your Apple Cash, and then boom, in the text, it's one of the icons. Except when you start getting hot hands and you get like excited about it, and you're going too fast, there have been a few instances where it's just such a quick thing. You can, where it says pay or request, and I have, like, thinking I was funny, gone into the request, and I hit pay, and I said, don't accept, and then they accept. And I go, you fuck. And then I request to get the money back, they don't give it to me.
Well, it's the same for Venmo, too, right?
You request?
She's asking for 5 or 10.
10.
10, yeah, let's see.
See if you can get 10.
Keep upping the ante.
Yeah. You got to see how high we could take this thing.
Get myself a biggie bag today.
That's 5 to you.
That's 5 to me. Tax free.
I like the hot dog was just feeling generous.
All right, hot dog. Come on, buddy.
Yeah,
Go
see
through.
if you can get 10.
All right, send.
Yeah, remember a couple Christmases ago, he said we bullied him into sending you $100.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
And he did do it.
He did.
I mean, look, you're really not supposed to leave your money in apps. You probably shouldn't just leave it in Apple Pay.
That's probably super safe in Apple Pay. What are you talking about?
Well, because all these, like...
That's their whole thing. They base their whole identity on being the most secure iOS thing.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to leave your money in it. Like, I think I was watching a YouTube video where I do a lot of my research.
Oh, this must be true.
Wait till you hear this. I don't know if it's the biggest, but one of the biggest banks in America is Starbucks. Because everybody just leaves money in the Starbucks app. You know what I mean? Because you pay into the app so that you can just scan your phone when you get to Starbucks. Like, a lot of people don't pay per transaction in Starbucks. They just load money onto the Starbucks app, and then who knows if they delete the app, if they stop going to Starbucks, if they forget it's there. Like, there's just all this.
They load money from their own thing?
onto the Starbucks.
Onto the Starbucks
Not
app.
just like a gift card?
No, they'll like reload it. I mean, I do that with Dunkin' Donuts. You just reload it, and then you just scan it.
Just
Why?
for the convenience?
No, you go like this. No, I'm good for it. You scan it. They're impressed by you. All those orange-shirted gods are impressed by you. No, they are. They are. You're like, no, this isn't just for points. This
They're
will
like,
pay for it.
here comes the guy that thinks that sticker charges his phone.
Actually, they get... Got him.
Got him again.
They actually get very annoyed because they set up the I take my phone out and they
You got it?
Yep. Hot dog pulling through.
with the 10.
Shout out hot dog. Thank you.
Hang on one sec, if you guys wouldn't mind me.
Yeah, no, of course.
Oh my God.
What's up?
Okay, hot dog knew it was coming.
Sent you 7?
He just sent me $7.
Oh, that's sweet of him. Thank you.
Hot dog, you're the man.
You're a good
By the way, a lot of people don't know this. Hot dog is actually 5'9".
Yeah, I don't know why we kept saying 5'5".
He's 5'9". He's tall, handsome, successful, ripped. He's very strong, and he's not just like it's not just show muscles.
Right.
It's functional muscles. You know what I mean? One time I need something moved in my house. Hot dog was the first name I called.
And he did it by himself.
I said, I need a man. Hot dog said, say less, fam. And he showed right up.
And he's hung like a horse.
I've heard that. I didn't see the video,
but
he
was showing the video to everybody.
He's
couldn't wait to show Ian Finance.
He's packing a punch. He is, hot dog. It's impressive.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Wow.
In Dunkin' Donuts, they actually get annoyed. Yeah, he gave me 7. That's 7 to me. But they get annoyed because I take my phone out. They set up the transaction like it's going to be a credit card transaction. Then they realize I'm just going for the QR scan. And they go, oh. And they have to cancel the transaction because it's not a credit card purchase. It's a gift card purchase.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it just works whatever.
No, because you don't do the double tap.
I just
It's the
pre-order
QR code, right?
It's the QR code. I usually do too, but sometimes I need to take a look at the donuts.
You're such a loser.
If you must ask,
when it comes to
if you must know, I will generally pre-order a beverage. If I'm getting a breakfast sandwich, I'll pre-order. But if I'm thinking maybe I'll get something from the pastry tray.
What's your go-to?
I think it's called a pastry.
It's a pastry tray. Sometimes I'll have to make the call once I get there.
I'll co-sign that because you don't know what they have.
And also, as I've said, there are different ways to make a Dunkin' Donuts, and some of them are good and some of them are not great.
Yes.
And you can tell by looking at them. Did they preheat this? Did they make this in their own kitchen? Did this get delivered? And so I'll get there sometimes and I'll say, no, I don't need the extra calories. I'm just going to go have my cold brew. And then I'm looking at this strawberry frosted with sprinkles.
In the pastry case?
It's on the pastry tray. And I'm looking at this strawberry frosted with sprinkles going, oh my God. I mean, this looks like it looks like it's a delivery, but from heaven.
From heaven.
Like,
strawberry frosted is
I've never seen a donut like this before. I go, I better get it because you can tell That there's almost it almost looks like the icing was literally spread on with it, like, you know what I mean?
By angels?
By angels.
I get that.
And I go, you know what? It's Friday.
Yeah.
Let me get a strawberry frosted too.
You'll work it off.
Yeah. Let me house that thing before I get home with it. And my wife's like, no donut for me?
They didn't have any.
No, they didn't look good today.
Yeah. Real bad scene.
Oh, but then you'll go like, you know what? I really like a chocolate glazed. And they put the little I don't like the signs they put up. They put a sign up that goes, you know, this is 400 calories. I go, I don't need to know that.
Mind your own business.
Right. They go, the pink frosted is like 200 calories. The chocolate glazed is 400. I go, what's
Bloomberg for that?
What's even the math there? That doesn't make sense. I'm sure that's not true. Let me get a chocolate glazed. That's
I'll usually get an apple fritter because that got fruit in it.
Out of the pastry tray?
Yeah.
That's towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like a meal.
Yeah. No, it is. That's a hearty breakfast.
Yeah. Plus, it's got real fruit in it.
Well, yeah, you get your an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That's what I say.
Yeah. I was
We got real sidetracked.
Well, you got to know. You got to know, but you got to know how these.
Venmo friends.
You got to know how these transactions work. You know?
No, you're right. Yeah.
You know, leaving money in these apps and whatnot. It's crazy, but you got to do it because they get impressed when you go to the store and they're like, "Oh,
who gets impressed?"
The Dunkin' Donuts workers.
That's not a store.
When they have to cancel the credit card.
They do. They go, "Oh, he's a real one." We don't get too many of you these days. Also, all holidays, I only ask for Dunkin' gift cards. So, you know, I end up loading a lot of Dunkin' gift cards onto the app, too, which is great. Speaking of great, I was watching the great LeBron James on Pat McAfee yesterday. The LeBron-versation, as it was known in some circles.
That's what they were calling it.
Yes, which people they said LeBron was being petty. They said he was going specifically on Pat McAfee's show because Pat is also goated, but on Stephen A's network, letting you know Pat's the one getting the interview. I don't know if that was petty.
No, and this
Pat
is like an interview show.
It's an interview show.
You're not going to go on First Take to be interviewed.
Also, I don't think there's any time. I mean, I think Stephen A and Pat get along. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like...
Well, I don't know if they still get along.
After this?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you right now. I like Stephen A and everything, but if LeBron James is coming into this room, I'm going to tell you exactly whose side I'm on, and I'll make it very clear. I'll put it in skywriting above the ESPN studio so everybody can know. LeBron came off really well in this interview, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he came off like he was in there for an hour, which is always how you can tell the way somebody hangs in there for an hour, because it's easy. Like if it's a promotional based interview, if it's 15 minutes, if it's buy my book, it's easy to do whatever you can't. It's even difficult to get a read for real on that. But LeBron hanging in there with Pat, with the toxic table, with everybody, and just like being a dude who's hanging in there, I was actually like, you know what? I think I'm liking LeBron James in this exchange.
Yeah.
And maybe he's just really, really good at that, but I don't know, man. He came across well. Do you have the clip of him? They addressed all the important questions, the toxic table, and leave it to these guys. By the way, these are the guys that crowned me Lord of the Marks. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did. They brought up LeBron James' voracious appetite for reading.
Loves to read.
You know, all the books. You remember like a little while back, memes were going around of LeBron James consistently reading the first page of many, many books. People found so many photos of LeBron reading, but the only photos you could find are when he was into like the first few pages. Very thin on one side, very thick on the other side. Every picture of him reading, he was reading the first page. And so, you know, people based all these things. And look at him. He's walking to the court. He's on the exercise bike. He's in the locker room, always reading the first page of these really sort of deep, important
yeah, there's like
books.
Malcolm X autobiography.
Yeah, he read the beginning.
Yeah.
He doesn't even realize who Detroit Red became because he's only read the first part.
Well, that Malcolm X one might have kind of a sad ending, too.
He doesn't, well, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
He hasn't gotten there yet. But yeah, so like this became people theorize like, is he doing this to impress people? Can he not read? You know, does he want people to think that he can read? Does he want people to think that he is reading these books? And so leave it to the toxic table. They said we have a limited amount of time with an absolute GOAT. He doesn't lend his time. I mean, the last time I feel like the last time I saw LeBron James in a situation like this, he was stabbing Cleveland in the back. But they asked him about the books.
You don't read those fucking books before the games, right? All those books.
I mean, you have to admire people. I'm so sick of Pat McAfee's slander and the slander of this show. Do you know how much we need a show like this? That you could just have somebody like LeBron James.
The greatest of all time, arguably.
Arguably the greatest of all time. The only person that you can ever put in a conversation with, maybe he's better than Michael Jordan.
And whether he is or not, what he's doing at his age is insane.
And you got Ty and Boston Connor. They're just sitting at that table going, you don't read those fucking books, dude. We need this. This is how people interact. This is how they talk. We need this in this country. In this world. We need it.
You don't read those fucking books before the games, right? All those books.
Yeah,
you open it to the first page, and then you don't read those fucking books ever again.
Listen. I actually have finished those books. Oh, hold on.
Like if you were to hold this,
hold on.
People say you would say you read it.
Mm-hmm. This is how.
That's the art of winning.
Someone take a photo.
Or take the photo, please. Yes, take the photo.
Yeah, we got it. I'll take it from this angle.
You probably read Rich's book.
We got her.
The first page.
Take the photo, please, Pat.
And then that's it.
That's it. I didn't even talk to you guys this whole time I was up here. All I did was read the whole book.
Meteor Man.
That's it. Meteor Man.
Everybody might not know that movie, but
it's a classic, by the way. It's a classic.
See, isn't that great? That instead of being like, no, actually I do. I read all those books. He's like, yeah, it's kind of funny that all these photos are of me just reading one page of this book.
He seems like he can have a good time with himself, you know?
Yes.
Not take himself too seriously.
Here's
in that environment.
Not with his son.
No.
Well, you're not supposed to be running around insulting people's kids. I'm totally Team LeBron after this interview. I think the thing is, I think if LeBron feels like you have a reverence and respect for him, and he has a respect for you, he can have a good time. But if he feels like disrespected, then he's not going to do that. He's not at all. Like, he has no tolerance. He has no tolerance. Like, there is a thing. Like, even though these guys are, like, talking to him like he's a real human being, there is this sort of acknowledgement in the room that we're sitting here with a GOAT.
Yeah.
And I do
Everybody knows that.
And I think that is, there's a certain level of greatness that you have to do that. You have to. Like, you can't be in a room with Tom Brady and there be 1 second where we don't kind of at least have this undertone. You're the greatest to ever do this. Mm-hmm. And LeBron is in that same camp. I know we're all thinking Roman Reigns. It's all that sort of same undertone and vibe. And I think that some people earn that vibe. And LeBron is one of those people that has earned that vibe. That on because when you're that good at something and everybody knows that you're that good at something and he's been that good. I mean, he's 40. It's nuts that he's still playing like he's playing. And I think that it would almost, like, if I was LeBron and I, like, sensed for a moment that, wait a minute, we're not all thinking about how good I am at this. I'd be like, what the fuck are we thinking about then? Mm-hmm. It's crazy what I'm doing. This is not human. I'm an elevated version of this species that you all claim to be. And as long as that's always there, I think LeBron can hang. Yeah. And it should be there. Wow. Stephen A. doesn't think so. You know, Stephen A's got his own opinions, of course. And I think that this is one of the things that brought this interview on. The history, of course, we watched it last week, I want to say, where LeBron approached Stephen A. at a game and, said something to him. And Stephen A., it was caught on video. And Stephen A. was able to make that into something huge for him. And you should. To Stephen A.'s credit. If LeBron James came to me and people saw him, scolding me for something, and it was on video, I mean, this would become the LeBron James one time yelled at Sam Roberts show, with the apostrophe still. But that would be what the show is. Yeah, it's all I would ever talk about. So that's what Stephen A. did, and it's what he should have done. But LeBron on McAfee's show tried to clear some of that up.
Yep.
Which leads obviously to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're watching it.
Yep.
We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
We're all, you're seeing it as well. It's
No, he literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Can you pause for a second?
I didn't want to address it.
That's my favorite part of this because he's doing an impression. I didn't want to address it. Like he's mocking him a little bit, even in his tone. And he doesn't stay with it because he knows that will come across poorly. But you know that LeBron, after hearing that, I instantly knew that in his private life, LeBron does a Stephen A. impression, has mocked him mercilessly with his friends. Like that's happened before.
Yeah, sure. I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, on fire. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like seriously, it's and like another. He completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players, and I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're right.
Dude, relax, bro. Relax.
Did you picture it when he said that? Did you picture him in tighty whities? I did. I for sure did.
Now that's the only thing I'm gonna picture.
I thought of it and also like in his tighty whities, and I don't know, he might be in great shape, but in my mind, it's like skinny fat tighty whities, and he's got the ice cream,
Yeah.
And in my mind, it's like one of those like Breyer's almost cylindrical containers.
Okay.
Right, and
like
with
a pint?
But with just a spoon,
yeah.
No bowl.
No,
bowl.
because you're going to finish it.
Right. Like he's sitting there. Okay, so here's how I pictured it. Stephen A. comes home. He takes his suit off. He's just in his tighty whities. Then he goes to the freezer. He gets a pint of ice cream and a spoon. It's a pretty big spoon. And then he just sits in a recliner and he watches on a big TV, sitting in a recliner, eating ice cream with a spoon out of a pint. LeBron on Pat McAfee, just the part where he's talking about Stephen A. and just smiling, and he wiggles his feet a little bit too.
Wiggles his toes.
Yeah. And this isn't a criticism on Stephen A. I'm saying this is the
picture that you get.
This is the picture that LeBron painted for me.
He's like the guy in the Blues Traveler video.
Yes, that's exactly what he's
sitting there in the glow of the TV.
That's right. Yeah, the guy who hosts a remote control, right? Yes, that's exactly how I pictured it all playing out.
It's a regular spoon, not a dessert spoon.
You think he uses a regular spoon?
Yeah.
To
get more ice cream.
Right. Yeah. The dessert spoon is the smaller spoon. Yeah. I almost, honestly, can I tell you the truth?
Go ahead.
I pictured a serving spoon. I'm going to be 100%. I pictured a serving spoon. And,
almost like a ladle.
I wasn't going to say it.
Okay.
Like a flattened ladle is what and I didn't want to say it because it felt insulting. But when you started getting specific with the spoon.
That's fair.
I was thinking serving spoon.
And he's holding it like a child would. Like his hands on it, like this.
Yeah, it's fisted.
Yeah,
it's a big fist. It's not fingers. It's a fist.
If we ever have Stephen A. as a guest, Travis, can you challenge him to a game of undie flip?
I don't know if that's what I would do, but sure.
Well, you both wear tighty whities. And I didn't know Stephen. I knew you did. I didn't know Stephen A. did.
I did as past tense.
Well, what about when somebody says something about you on TV and you get all happy? Don't you get into your tighty whities and eat ice cream?
Well, yeah, because that's a special occasion.
I mean, it's so awesome. If LeBron James, the GOAT, is on Pat McAfee's show, I would argue the most relevant sports show right now, and he's talking about you in tighty whities eating ice cream, it is fucking awesome. I don't blame Stephen A. for getting all excited and eating ice cream about it. I would be in heaven if this happened to me. If LeBron was like, you know who sucks? Sam Roberts. He's probably in his tighty whities right now eating ice cream, watching stupid wrestling. I'd be like, by the way, I don't wear tighty whities, but I'm going to start.
You wouldn't be offended by that.
I would literally be in heaven.
Accusing someone of wearing tighty whities in 2025 when we have so many other underwear options.
It's just the best.
It's such a great jab.
It's a great jab because it's an underwear technology that's been forgotten. It's been passed over and passed over again.
It's terrible.
It's the worst. I mean, every type of underwear has been proven as both medically, comfort-wise, aesthetically, being far superior to the tighty whitey. Troy, I heard you say it's a shame.
Yeah, I heard
It's a lost art.
What,
You like
the tighty
Wearing tighty
whitey?
whities.
You like the tighty whitey
No, I don't mind them, but it's like they're
because you like that it cups the unit,
and it's like yes. I wear briefs, black ones though, but
as if that's better.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, why?
Well,
He wears a styled
I
tighty
wear
whitey.
briefs.
I think that is better because the brief, like a black brief,
Yeah.
is styled, and it's like that's when it's like I'm going to wear something flattering to the unit because I'm a sexually active male.
Look, and I got the Calvin Klein. You know.
Oh yeah,
That's a
Oh,
high-end
you're in your
underwear.
Calvin.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
And
Yeah,
the reason why the white isn't good is because in case there's a skid, you can see it through the.
the bacon strip
If you have a bacon strip or an accident,
Has that ever happened?
all the time.
on a regular basis. And yeah, the tighty whitey, you think of the Hanes pack that you would buy at CVS that is oftentimes very stretched out.
It looks saggy. in
Yeah,
your butt.
it's saggy. It's not cupping well.
No.
A guy wearing tighty whities is down bad.
Yeah, it's down bad.
Weren't those like ideal for like giving wedgies?
They were, and especially ideal for giving wedgies because they would tear.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, when
Like,
you're
that's
giving
a lost art, I feel.
I feel you're right. I feel that's a great call. I feel you're 100% right. Yeah. Yeah, because you don't like a brief, especially a Calvin Klein. I mean, Bad Bunny was so pumped to show everybody his Calvin Kleins.
Yeah.
You see that?
So is Marky Mark.
You see the body on Bad Bunny, by the way?
He's hot as hell.
I think so,
So
too.
is Marky Mark.
What?
Marky Mark was like a long time ago, though. Bad Bunny
I
is...
remember as if it were yesterday.
Would that make you feel weird?
It was just another one. I was just like, man, that's a good-looking guy.
I get it.
Oh, damn, Bad Bunny.
You didn't know about this?
I mean, I heard about it, but I didn't
Bro.
go seek out the photos.
Bro.
Why would I?
Well, he's on my Instagram. I follow him.
Yeah, I didn't
follow
see
Bad
the
Bunny.
photos.
Benito.
Can't understand a word he says.
I can. By the way, when you look like that in Calvin Klein's, I don't care what
And it
word he
doesn't matter
says.
what he's saying. That beat is hot.
He was
Is that
funny on
what?
the SNL.
Beat.
Oh, you're talking about the
Beats.
music. Oh,
Beats are hot.
I didn't know what he was. I didn't know
I
what he
thought
was
he
talking
was-
about for a second. Yeah.
What did you think I was saying?
No, I don't
Like
know.
his beats are hot.
I
like,
thought you said that D is hot.
Okay,
I thought you meant
packing a
beats
punch.
like
He is.
testicles.
He is. Look at that billboard. That's a big picture of
No wonder Troy wants to live downtown.
yeah.
Yeah,
He gets to wake up in the morning, look out his window. Benito's in his
Can you
underwear.
imagine if that was outside Troy's window? He wouldn't leave the house.
It is outside Troy's window. He put it up.
It might be. Yeah, that billboard. Yeah, that's the billboard down in Houston.
Yeah.
You like that billboard?
I pass it all the time.
It's great.
There's always got people in their underwear on there.
But that's not what Stephen
That's why
A.
Troy does those walks.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. He just walks around that one block over and over again.
Clarice is like, I need help. I cannot move.
And he's
Walk
like,
around, rock around.
I gotta go walk.
he's like, that's great. If you can't move, take a nap. You need the rest anyway. I'll be back in an hour or two.
Just rocking some TT Procabagunto, whatever that's.
That's right. That's right. That's it. That, you know, you said it right.
That's a great song.
It's a great song.
It's good.
You know that one, did you?
Yeah, it's a really good one.
It's a great one. Yeah, but that's not what I was picturing Stephen A. looking like watching LeBron James talk about him. It was way less flattering for Stephen A. Like, see how Benito's like chest is out further than his abdominal?
Yeah.
I would think the reverse for Stephen A. Just in the picture that LeBron was painting. Stephen A. could be in great shape.
Probably not. Skinny fat was probably a good call.
That's just how the way LeBron painted it. But also,
That was an accurate guess.
didn't Stephen A. say he was a basketball player? So he's an athlete.
Well, he's doing a lot of interviews. I don't know if he has time to work out.
Who?
Stephen A.
Stephen A. He's on everything.
Yeah, he finds time.
He's got his own pod too. Matter of fact, he jumped on the pod.
Did he?
Oh, did he? No, Diddy wasn't on the pod. It was Stephen A.
That's a bummer.
Don't even put that energy on Stephen A. It was Stephen A. He jumped on the pod, and I mean, he gave this about maybe 3 hours to settle. He gave it. I mean, if he was trying to prove LeBron wrong, I don't know that he did that.
Guys, I don't care so much that I'm going to talk about it.
Right. This is the longer clip we'll play first, and then you have the shorter clip that everybody was talking about too, right? The way he would react to LeBron. Okay. Of
course.
Okay, so this was. Let's listen to some of. And I love. He even built a chyron for it. Stephen A. reacts to LeBron on the Pat McAfee show, which I don't understand. A chyron on a YouTube video. The reason chyrons exist are because if you're watching on television and you're flipping through the channels, the chyron's up there. You know exactly what they're talking about. You go, oh, let me stay on this channel. You've already clicked it on YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean...
Is it just to keep a format of just kind of what people are used to?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
And this is the topic, and that way if you cut it out of the video, it still says what it says?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
It's still in the title and thumbnail. It's just very...
But people rip videos and just put them on their own X accounts.
It's very antiquated. It's very. I think that it is the sort of like.
I agree with Troy. Like people just rip videos, use it as their own now. Like,
well, now I'm putting up a chyron so that people who rip off my video can.
Remember when Hot Dog posted that John Cena clip that had nothing to do with you, and he didn't put your logo on it or anything, and everybody ripped it, and they were just like, "Look at what John Cena said."
That's a great point. If you had a chyron, that wouldn't have been a problem.
Well, here's the problem with that.
I don't mean to bring up old shit.
See where it says? Well, no, I'm glad we talked about this. See where it says Straight Shooter Media?
Yeah, I see that.
That would have been a Not Sam.
Right, but that wasn't on there.
See where it says Stephen A. Smith Show?
Yeah.
That would have been a Not Sam Wrestling.
But also was not on there.
Nope.
See where it's Stephen A.'s face?
Yeah.
That would have been my face.
No. That clip specifically that Hot Dog posted did not feature your face in it.
Because Hot Dog is like, I know.
John Cena.
I know what will be the best way I can serve Sam. I will cut him out of his own interview.
But you would have been as mad if it had said Not Sam Wrestling in the corner and it was just a clip
I don't
of
mind the corner. The chyron was my question.
But I'm just saying for that video, that particular video we're talking about.
That was one of the things that made me furious. Yeah.
That you didn't have you in it.
I wasn't, but even the logo. Even the logo.
That's what I'm saying. If it had the logo, you wouldn't have been as mad.
Troy, people ripped it so
I know,
fast.
dude, I saw it everywhere.
You did?
And it wasn't even like, I don't even follow wrestling. I saw that clip. I was like, man, this really fucking sucks for Sam.
So Stephen A's people,
the only reason you knew it was me was because I told you. And even if I remember right, when I told you, you were like, okay, Sam, sure. Yeah. Like, you didn't believe me.
No, I didn't believe you for a second.
Because there's no evidence that it was mine.
Wait, you're saying you interviewed John Cena?
Yeah.
And then a clip.
Listen to this. Listen to this, Danielle.
You know Hot Dog, right?
You met Hot Dog?
Listen to what he did.
Sam, clarify for her, please.
I didn't think this was going to come up today.
I'm sorry. I brought it up. I didn't know.
This is a tough subject.
We need to unpack it now.
I'm really sorry.
Okay. So I interview in person.
Yeah, that's crazy.
John Cena, the GOAT.
Good for you.
Okay? Thank you for the applause. I needed that.
It's a big deal.
And it was a huge deal. Travis was in here. Hot Dog was in here. Me, John Cena, 16-time world champion, going back and forth, cutting it up. And Travis he can testify to this. John Cena had such a good time. He adored my wrestling questions so much that he said, No. I got more time. Hit me with some more questions. We weren't even talking about Fast and the Furious anymore. I was like asking questions about Brock Lesnar. I was asking questions about The Rock. It was amazing. Mm-hmm. We had the best time. Hot Dog's in here filming. Great. Everything looks great. One of the answers to John Cena's question, Hot Dog goes, let me know when the interview goes up, and I'll post this clip. So I'll get my clip going, your clip's going. I go, yeah, fine, whatever. I don't care. As long as I don't care if there's clips out there. As long as because it'll all point back to the same place. More clips, the better. And I post the interview, and immediately when I post the interview, Hot Dog is sitting. Look at this. Look at this. There's me. I'm talking to John. He's talking to me. There's a wide shot. We're in the same room. Travis is back there, smiling as big as the day is long.
That was a great day.
It was.
Yeah.
Until publishing day came. Because then, you see even my logo right there. Hit pause. Hit pause right there. Now, Hot Dog's clip that he has ready for everybody looks like this, kind of. Except, see that Not Sam Wrestling logo?
Yes.
Gone, because Hot Dog loves his raw footage. He loves his footage. Oh, look at the beautiful way I shot this. That's all that matters. Your content is maybe 4th, 5th place, Sam. First place is my videography. This is what he says. And he goes, man, that John Cena answer was great. What if it was just the answer? And he posts a clip with not Sam logo, of just this frame of John Cena giving a great answer, and that's the beginning of the clip is John Cena starting with a great answer. End of the clip is John Cena ending with a great answer. That's it.
So not your question at all?
No question, no Sam, no voice, no face, no logo, no nothing. And everybody goes, look what John Cena said. Ooh. That's what they said. Look what John Cena said. Because nobody on the internet is asking where. Where did he say it? Nobody.
Who asked him that question?
Nobody cares.
Well, it does say Sirius XM, so I think one would assume he was in the studio.
One would assume he was on Busted Open.
Yeah, that's exactly
right.
Yeah,
could have been anywhere.
Probably Busted Open.
Probably.
And it wasn't Busted Open. It's me. And Hot Dog sabotaged me. But I'm glad you asked.
And you're saying it kind of like went viral-ish?
Oh, yeah.
It was all over the place. It's John Cena.
Oh, wow.
You saw it?
Everywhere.
Shit.
And I told you, I don't follow wrestling. It was popping up on my feed.
Hot Dog said, I want my money back. You have no idea how many times I've said that to Hot Dog.
I gotta be honest. He requested $5 from me for bringing up old shit. I gave him the $5.
You gave it back to him?
It's worth it for this segment.
Yeah.
That was sweet of you.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him back his $7.
Content.
I'm furious with him.
Well,
now.
I mean, that
I'm not giving him
was
back
for
his $7.
this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he owes me a lot more.
Right.
Oh, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't
distress.
give him the money back.
I mean, Danielle, you're of the generation. You consume content with the best of them.
Yeah.
You would never, right?
Never.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Come on, Hot Dog.
Thank God. Get it together, for God's sake.
But it's also just because it's John Cena.
It's John
Cena.
Cena.
What I mean? And like, that was you.
He was so excited, though, to get the content out.
Hot Dog? He couldn't wait.
Look at my John Cena video. He said, look at my video.
Look what I filmed.
And I go, you got to be kidding me. He wasn't kidding. Terrible.
Yeah, there was enough success to go around.
That's my...
You're a package deal, I guess, when it comes to that.
I don't come from a scarcity mentality.
Right.
There's enough for let's all eat.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Not Hot Dog. He goes, nope, let's put it all on my plate.
And he's eating well.
Oh, he's eating well.
I wonder if I can find it.
So what was the question?
Tony Burton, by the way.
Okay.
Tony Burton chimes in and says, Hot Dog is not tall enough to reach the Chiron keyboard. He said that may be the problem. That could be it. That could be it.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Okay. Yeah, so look. He generally doesn't make the same mistake twice, but he will make every mistake once. That's a guarantee.
You bet your life on it.
Oh, yeah. One time, Danielle, I did an interview. I found out after the interview, there was no double shot. It was 2 single shots. That's it.
Oh.
You couldn't even tell we were in the same room.
Oh, wow.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me, Travis. You don't have it.
I'm so good. Look, this is somebody else.
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh.
Dinner with Steve Austin last night, and we came up with this idea where I just start suplexing you and don't stop, and then beat you. I said, yeah. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, we both collectively agreed that you just...
But Danielle, this was the clip
streak.
that Hot Dog posted.
And what does it say, Danielle? What does it say on the video?
John Cena talks Suplex City.
Where? Who knows? Who cares?
Wow.
And the only reason, by the way, I eventually I got credit in the description is because I found it and left a comment directly on it.
Look at the comment before.
And then Troy saw it, and he had my back on that. And he goes, yeah, fuck you.
And then look who's trying
And then
to
Hot
get in.
Hot Dog tried to jump in.
Shut up.
You're not going to credit Sam Roberts? You made it possible. You made it possible.
Wait, I can't
Hot
see
Dog.
what you said. What did you say?
I wrote, cool, thanks for the credit, help yourself.
Nice.
That was sarcastic. Yeah. And I love that Hot Dog is attacking the symptoms when he's the disease.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
so sorry.
You shouldn't, I mean, Travis, you brought it up, and Danielle didn't even know what we were talking about. I had to explain the whole thing to her again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
You didn't mean for that to happen, did you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, never.
Okay.
No, I just wanted to do a comparison to Stephen A. Smith. I didn't mean for this to happen.
Doug in Boston has a question. What's up, Doug?
Hi, Sam. How's it going, buddy?
I was great before. Now I'm all in a tizzy.
I'm so sorry.
I understand. I'm just curious on why Hot Dog is, just intent on ruining the show.
I don't know. I think that he suffers from that disease where he needs everybody around him to fail to feel like a success.
What's that called?
It's a terrible.
That makes a lot of sense.
Thank you, Doc.
That makes a lot of sense. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Doc. It's terrible. It's a terrible. I can't imagine. It's a terrible way to be. John on Long Island.
Hey, Sam, you're the wrestling guru. You think this is all a work?
What's the work?
Between Stephen A. and everybody else.
Okay, going back to Stephen A. and LeBron. I don't think so. I think that at a point, I think that everything Stephen A. does is half a work, which is great. That's the way it always should be, by the way. Like, everything I do is half a work. Like that's the way people who talk for a living, it's such a stupid profession that everything has to be half a work anyway. I don't think it's a work with LeBron. Like, I think the work part comes in where Stephen A. is aware that the longer this conversation goes on, the better. So even if Stephen A. has an inkling of, I got to respond to this, even if there's like the tiniest bit, like there's no planet in which Stephen A. would let this go. For instance, if a staffer does something on a video that you're annoyed with in the moment, but then you kind of get over pretty quickly, but then you realize it's good for entertainment, that you just keep bringing it up over and over again and acting like you're still pissed off, that's something that one might do. That doesn't mean the whole thing's a work, though. Hypothetically. Hypothetically. Right. So Stephen A. Responded to LeBron's Pat McAfee comments, and he did it theatrically, and he did it long form. I mean, what we heard was basically all the Stephen A. talk on McAfee's show. It's about 90 seconds. Is that right, Travis? More or less?
What? Oh, yeah.
LeBron talking about
thing?
Stephen A.? Yeah. Stephen A. dedicated the program. He dedicated the program to LeBron. And that's partly why I think he even developed the podcast, because part of me goes like, if you're making $100 million from ESPN, like Stephen A. developed this podcast not that long ago. He was already a multi-millionaire. So it's almost like you're developing this podcast. It's a lot more work. You are getting a lot more money from it, but also you have the type of money now where none of it makes a difference. Like, you don't feel, once you hit a certain threshold, I can only imagine, you wouldn't feel all that money coming in.
No.
But I think he enjoys the idea that, like, look, could he respond to it on first take? I guess he could have, a minute to kind of say something. But he creates this outlet where he's got his own podcast where if he wants to, he just flips on YouTube Live and he can spend, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes just talking his shit about LeBron James. And it's good for business, I suppose. But this is Stephen A. reacting a couple hours after LeBron was on Pat McAfee.
My issue is with LeBron James. And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it.
What? Whoa. Holy shit. Oh, my God. LeBron's impression is pretty good, huh?
Really good.
Yeah, it's quite good. I would like to say
he definitely does that, like, around his family.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. And he's going to do this one, too. I would like to say, for the record.
Hey. You guys hear him?
You have this. Like to say. Yeah. The courtroom stenographer is in that room going like, oh, this is on the record. Okay. Full of it, you say. Oh, okay. Okay, he's full of it. Now, I guess LeBron is saying his problem is not with Stephen A. making comments about his son as a basketball player, but more as what LeBron has done as a father to his son.
Right.
And Stephen A. believes LeBron is full of it. Full of turkey.
My issue is with LeBron James.
Right.
And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it.
Oof.
And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar.
Oh, shit.
And he went on national television today, and he lied again.
No.
You see, when he approached me while I was sitting courtside at that game against the New York Knicks, when he rolled up on me, I didn't know he was going to roll up on me. I had no idea. But when he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. The cameras were rolling.
By the way, can you pause?
Enough.
It wasn't. This is a vertical video. What are you talking about, national television?
Yeah, somebody filmed it.
This was not. I don't believe I ever saw a television feed of this interaction.
No, I have never seen that.
I think that we all knew there is a conversation to, of course it's going to end up on video because LeBron is doing this mid-game and everybody is videoing LeBron on their cell phones.
Right.
But no, I don't believe that this interaction was ever on TV. So I would like to say, for the record, Stephen A. is full of it. My dramatic pauses aren't that good because you can hear Troy in the background screening calls. Dramatic pause. Just a minute. Okay.
1 minute.
All right. Back to Stephen A. Sorry.
Had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that,
right,
let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that.
Right.
I would have gotten my ass kicked.
Okay.
Because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him.
Oh, my God. Bro.
Come on.
If there is a God in heaven, next time LeBron sees Stephen A. at a Lakers game, he's got to swing on him just to see if Stephen A. will actually swing
why
back.
Why is Stephen even bringing that up? Like,
I don't know.
In no world would LeBron James in the middle of a basketball game put his hands on Stephen A.
No, of course he wouldn't. He's 6'8",
and he's so. LeBron has done such an incredible job of like being a good public figure.
Yes, of course.
He knows how to handle himself.
And I mean, the idea of putting hands on Stephen A. Smith courtside in the third quarter of a game, and Stephen A. is the only one who brought that up.
Yeah,
Stephen A. Brought up the whole, like, he got himself into a tizzy. He started talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock as nobody was talking about that. No. And then he goes, and by the way, since it got brought up,
since I brought this up,
you brought it up. I love that. I would have hit him back. Would you?
Oh, yeah, nobody was thinking that.
Would you have really done that? I mean,
towers over him.
Of course, yeah. LeBron James is a specimen. He's 6'8". What is he, like 280?
Has to be.
And he's, I mean, muscle, this dude.
Yeah, 250.
250? Look at the arms on him. Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? Nobody is sitting there going, why didn't you swing at LeBron James, Stephen A?
6'9".
6'9". I shorted him an inch. 6'9", 250.
Stephen A's 6'1". Yeah, no, yeah.
That's how big LeBron is. That 6'1" is big. Like, Stephen A. is not a small guy.
I didn't think he was that tall.
But, like, next to LeBron, everybody looks small. I mean, did you see that picture of LeBron with Pat's group? He towers over the entire group.
Well, yeah, he's huge.
And Pat's a big guy. I mean, he's a kicker, but he's still a football player.
No, I know.
Let's listen to some more of Stephen A.
Bring up that. Let me assure you, it wouldn't have gone down like that.
Right.
I would have gotten my ass kicked.
Okay.
Because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
I love it.
That I'm not going to tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew he wasn't going to do something like that. There was no fear in my mind about it. It was shock.
Oh, good.
Because as I have repeatedly stated,
mm-hmm.
I was not talking about his son. I was talking about him. The real point at hand is this. LeBron James
heard that gulp.
Continues to lie.
Oh, my God.
He hoodwinked y'all into thinking that he was upset
right
about criticism about his son.
Right.
If your son is a professional basketball player, and I was talking about your son as a basketball player, since you just went on Pat McAfee's show and said you would never knock anybody for talking about the game, then what is it that I said?
Is there any difference between this and, like, Real Housewives?
No.
I mean, they're just bickering about the same sentence over and over again. Stephen A. saying it's okay because he's a basketball player, and LeBron saying it's not okay, he's my son. I think that the criticism was Stephen A. saying you shouldn't have put your son on the court, he's not ready for that. And Stephen A. is saying I said he's not ready for that, therefore I'm criticizing a basketball player. LeBron is saying you said I shouldn't have put him on the court as a father, therefore you're criticizing me as a father. And now let's bicker. Am I wrong?
You know what it is?
That's it, right?
But it's just fun to keep a
I hope
beef
it goes.
going.
I hope it goes forever. Don't get me wrong.
Because it gets people talking. They both know it just gets people talking.
And look,
it's semantics.
Yeah.
This is what our religion is all about. This is what we base it on. just arguing over nothing so that we have something to talk about on a Thursday morning. Like, I mean, on one end, I'm sitting here going, like, they are arguing about nothing. It's this cyclical thing of one sentence that one guy interpreted it this way, the other guy interpreted it that way, and neither one of them can say, okay, you know, I'm sensitive about this part. And the other one goes, you know what? I meant to focus on that part. I could see where I shouldn't have said this part. That's never going to happen. Which I'm happy about, because as soon as I saw this, I said, I can't wait to talk about this on the radio.
And when Stephen A. talks, he just adds so many extra words that don't need to be in what he's saying.
He's verbose.
I mean, it's just words on top of words on top of words on top of words.
I love that. I love that.
Just fill up the space.
I love all the words. I love words.
Well, it's also because if you're a hot take guy in sports,
and I am,
they all pretend to be experts on every sport and everything about every sport.
Yes.
And to do that, you have to add a lot of filler, because if you take it away, it immediately exposes the fact that you actually don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, that is 100% true. And it's not just sports either. Like, a lot of hot take guys want to be hot take guys on everything. And if they stop talking for even a moment, like, they can do a dramatic pause because you're waiting. Oh, maybe he's going to clear it up. But if they leave any space, somebody can come in and go like, that's not true. Wait, I'm not finished. You're 100% right, Mike.
Nobody could possibly have this much expertise.
How can you have this? Nobody ever asked this. How could anybody, and I'm not talking about Stephen A. specifically. I believe Stephen A. does have an expertise on basketball, right?
So I think specifically basketball. None of the other sports.
I would agree with that.
UFC?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. But he's also very entertaining. He's a great orator.
Yes.
And I like watching Stephen A. But hot take guys in general who carry themselves as if they're experts on everything, like you said, because everybody's picturing somebody. We all know people that are like this. Nobody ever stops to go, what time do they have to become experts on this thing if they are talking somewhere into a microphone all the time? If you're talking about a thing, you're never taking the time out to do it. Like, who's the Ken Burns? Ken Burns does these amazing, in-depth documentaries where the pictures move and everything. But, like, Ken Burns...
Where he just zooms in on pictures?
Zooms in, zooms out, zooms in, zooms out. It's like, we don't have any video. Big fucking deal. Do we have a photo and a zoom lens? No problem.
I'd give me 10 hours.
Yeah, exactly. But what will he do? He'll disappear for years. You'll never hear about him. And then he's like, hey, I got 10 hours to talk to you about Chicago architecture. And you do trust, I mean, it's boring, but you do trust that he's an expert on whatever he's put this 10-parter out about, because he's probably just disappeared for years to become an expert on whatever this thing is.
Yeah, you had to read Mary Chestnut's Civil War Diary.
Exactly. And I read that shit cover to cover multiple times. Some hot takes guys are like, well, you know, I got the gist of it. I had my intern read it, and she kind of gave me the 411 about what she was kind of getting at. So I know what to say about it. And we're all a little guilty of that, but I hope nobody leaves this show ever thinking I'm an expert about anything. I don't ever.
I don't. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, of course you don't, because half the stories I go, Travis, what is this? Can you just read this to me? Can you pull up the article and read it to me? Yeah. So, no, I'm just responding about what's going on and wrong a lot, but yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you got to be a hot take machine, and you know, at some point you're stuck in the machine where you've created this thing that's bigger than you, where you have to have a hot take on everything. And it's like nobody can ever, and it's conditioning more and more people to never be able to say, I don't really know about that. You know, and I love it.
If you say that, it's like, what?
What?
How are you not an instant expert on it?
What are you, an idiot?
Or even to offer like a deliberate and reasoned take.
Yeah.
Considers all angles.
Right. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, what are you, the enemy?
Like that. Like, no, I see what you're saying, and you could be right, but what if this? That can't happen.
It's always very black and white.
100%. And somehow there are people who figure out the right side of every issue. It's amazing.
It's crazy how right they are.
Yeah, all the time. It must be great to wake up being right every day. Must be paradise. You want to hear a little more, or have we gotten the gist?
I think we should hear a little more.
You like Stephen. I love Steve. Look, I love Stephen A.
I love him too.
I think he's awesome.
Because there's one person in this ordeal that's telling the truth.
Oh.
Who is it?
And it's me.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
good. Okay.
There we go.
I don't lie to y'all.
Right.
It's true.
His ass lies a lot.
I love that.
And there's a lot of
I thought you
shady-
paused
No,
it.
I did
I
not
thought you paused
pause
it.
the video.
That was a dramatic pause.
Yes.
Because he stayed still, too.
Well, he wants you to let it sink in.
Yeah, let that. Let that sink in.
Chainsaw.
Oh.
A chainsaw.
And there's a lot of shady stuff that he does. And one of the things is his passive aggressiveness. And the two-facedness. And smile in your face and dig you behind the back.
Dig you behind the back. Pause. Pause.
And I oop.
You say LeBron
He digs you?
digs you behind the back?
Yeah.
Troy, you ever got dug behind the back?
I have. It's not nice.
Troy's nothing if not honest.
That's right. There's one person telling the truth here.
Yeah.
There's one person that caught a digging behind the back. Oh.
I happen to know that about him.
Oh.
Which is why I don't like him.
Oh, shit.
And he don't like me.
That's not what he's-
But it doesn't stop me
Probably doesn't care that much.
No.
from being fair.
That's the genius of this. That, like, if LeBron probably won't say anything else about him.
No.
But even if he were, they'd be like, do you not like Stephen A? He'd be like, what?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't even think about it. What are you talking about? Like or don't? I don't know. I've never even thought about it.
And calling it like I see it. We ain't exchanging Christmas gifts. We ain't having Thanksgiving dinner together. What you bring your son up in there for? What you bring your family up in there before? You gonna go on Pat McAfee show, talk about you gonna protect your house. What you talking about? Your son ain't at the house. He's at Crypto.com Arena. We ain't covering him in Brentwood. We covering him in downtown LA at the Crypto.com Arena. Where you put him.
See,
Could y'all please go back?
That's it, though. That's literally why can I figure this out and these guys can't figure it out? The problem is criticizing him for LeBron for putting Bronny there, not criticizing Bronny as a player. That is LeBron's problem, is it not? I mean, Travis.
Yes.
You're saying you shouldn't have done that as a father. I'm now going to criticize him as a basketball player. And you're like, wait, but what did you say about me as a father before? No. We're talking about Bronny, the basketball player. Wait, no, but the thing that you just said, that's all it is. Both are accurate. But let's
keep arguing about words.
Let's keep chasing our tail.
Yep.
I love it.
To the video of him getting in my face. If you watch, ladies and gentlemen, and you see it for yourself.
Whoa!
Voice is cracking.
Pork chops and applesauce.
If you watch, ladies and gentlemen, and you see it for yourself, notice how LeBron is in my face, and right when he finishes, he looks past me right at the camera.
It's a phone.
That was filming it.
I mean, he's looking at the audience.
Watch him. I didn't even pick that up first go round.
Oh, that's Zapruder.
You got Markieff Morris to my right, his left. You got Scott Brooks, assistant coach, behind him. He finishes talking and looks right up to the camera.
Okay.
Everybody
Hit
in their
pause
mother.
for a second. Now we're getting into Troy's territory. Yep. Troy, do you think it was a planted cameraman? LeBron looks at him. Look at that look.
That's like when Bigfoot looked into the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a planted cameraman.
That was a planted camera. That's what I'm saying.
He did this during a break, right?
Yeah. Between the third and the fourth quarter.
So then this wasn't being broadcast. He knows he's in a commercial break.
Yeah. Yes.
Does he just look up and he sees somebody's filming? He's like, "Oh no, somebody's getting this on camera."
Possible,
he may have just been looking,
or it's a plant. I don't know.
Do you think lone cameraman?
It is back and to the left. So
yeah, 100%. I think there was somebody else shooting on the grassy knoll. They shoot it on their phone. You know,
I haven't seen another angle.
Video. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Watch him.
Behind him, he finishes talking and looks right up to the camera. Everybody and their mother knew I was going to be there.
You're right.
Who knew?
Because when you sit courtside, the Lakers have an idea of who's going to show up.
Oh.
He knew I was coming.
You think that? I mean, I don't know about that.
But even if it did,
and pick the third quarter in the middle of the game to say what he has to say to make sure the camera's rolling.
Okay,
it's a phone,
and to then look at the camera after immediately saying what he said to me.
You think he was looking at the camera as if to say,
"No
did you get that?"
To respond.
Did you get that?
Hey, should we do it again?
Were you recording? Great. Okay, cool.
Steven's going off the deep end here.
I love that. I love that. Now we're just throwing accusations around.
Yep. This is like got sucked into my phone territory.
Yeah, he had a hot dog in the audience that was videoing. I hope somebody remixes it when he goes, "Watch it." I feel like that could be. Remember that Mystical song, "Shake Your Ass"? Yeah. Watch it.
Came here with my dick in my hand.
He's mad.
Yeah. No, he's furious.
You mad?
That would be the proper response. Cameron on the Bill O'Reilly program saying, "You mad? You mad?" The fact that Cameron handled himself like that on the O'Reilly Factor, it is no surprise to me that he has succeeded so well in podcasting. Let's go to Jason in Update, New York. We're getting the update from Upstate. Cool. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. What's up, Jason?
Bro, this is 100% a work. This is the Kim Kardashian model. This is next level reality TV. Okay. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp.
Okay. Now, I'll accept it. I'll accept that consideration. But here's the thing: when people call out works, they don't come from the world of wrestling. Okay, you just say work, it's fake, and then you move on. The work, somebody has to be everybody involved has to be gaining financially from this. The reason you do a work is for business. You have to be gaining financially from it. I see where Stephen A. is gaining financially from it. I see where Pat McAfee gains financially from it. I do not see, for the life of me, if this is a cooperative work, how on earth LeBron James would benefit from bickering with Stephen A. Smith about the way Stephen A. covers his son.
It's like Lil Wayne said, I tried to pay attention, but attention paid me.
That does not answer my question whatsoever, although I do love Wheezy F Baby.
Fair.
Cool. Thanks, Jason.
I think no, LeBron has one of the most curated images out there. I mean, if you watch the Netflix basketball show, it's just about how cool LeBron is and what a good dad he is. He's just trying to show the world that I'm a dad and I'm super cool.
Okay, but
it's all just his image.
But so when does the work begin then? Does he say, "Hey, Stephen A., criticize my son so that way I can come and attack you on the court verbally and then we'll go back and forth for a while"? Or does he say, "Stephen A., you criticized my son, let's turn this into a work"? Or when does the work take effect?
Yeah.
They're in it together, like Troy said. The guy from filming, LeBron had him filmed. Stephen A. knows this is Stephen A.'s industry.
Right, but Sam's asking why.
He needs something to talk about. Stephen A. needs something to talk about because sports suck. And LeBron is looking for the next stage of his career.
Here's the thing. By the way, the next stage of LeBron's career is not bickering with Stephen A. Smith. Although it would be funny if he ended up on
being super dad.
But I think that you might have a point if we weren't in the middle of March Madness. Stephen A's got enough to cover sports-wise right now. I mean, if this were February, if this were, baseball season, because nobody wants to hear anybody talk about baseball. But
you're at a point in the NBA, though, where LeBron is leaving, and then who do you have? Karl Anthony Towns? There's nothing in the NBA anymore.
That's a jump.
What about Luka?
I think there's players between LeBron and Karl Anthony Towns.
You think so?
Yes, there's
Hardly.
All right, Jason. Appreciate it. I mean, for me to believe that something is a work, I think that there
has to be a reason.
You just have to walk me through, when does the work start? Why is the work happening? Who benefits from the work? And like
well, not just who benefits, but like why does this benefit LeBron James after he has curated such a public persona.
Yeah, if anything, the curation of the public persona would lead to it not lining up with what's going on. And why would he put it in Stephen A's hands? Anyway, it's a lot of faith to put in anybody's hands.
So the work is now involves Stephen A just shitting on you for 5 straight minutes.
Right.
How does that benefit you?
And if anybody were to find out, the risk-reward scenario too.
Yeah,
if anybody were to find out that this was a cooperative effort, Stephen A's career is literally over.
Not everything has to be, a conspiracy.
What were you going to say?
Well, maybe it's like a real thing, but they're just pouring gasoline on it to keep it
Well, I
going
think
'cause it's
Stephen's
fun.
pulling gasoline
I think that happens so much more often.
Yeah.
Like, so much of the time that people are like, this is a work, this is cooperative. Like, people are not skilled enough to actually do effective cooperative works. I think that there's a lot more of people just independently going, there's business here.
Isn't it just fun to have a beef with somebody?
And it's good. We'll get attention. I'll have this beef. Like LeBron going, you know, it would be funny if I went on Pat McAfee's show and not spend the whole show, but just take a second to put Stephen A in his place. That would make me feel good. That would be a funny thing. It would draw attention to what we're doing, and I would get my word out there.
It's fun when there's a beef.
And then Stephen A goes, well, I'm not letting this go. It would be bad for business for me to go water under the bridge. Let me just go and spend 45 minutes talking about it. So it's like hardcore truth, people dealing with their real, no. But none of it is. It's television. It's entertainment.
Yeah, it happens on radio too.
Not on this show.
No. Well, remember when Kevin Pollak talked shit about you? And then you were talking shit about him? Wasn't that fun?
Do you think I ever cared one way or the other about Kevin Pollak?
Of course not. But it's fun to hear you talk because you don't really go after somebody.
No.
But if somebody gives you a reason for you have no problem firing shots.
Plus, at the time, it was so good.
It was so good.
It's like, who am I? And I get to like go back and forth with this big Hollywood actor who's in all these great movies. Like, give me a reason.
Plus, he had a lot of good points.
He had a lot of excellent points. No.
Kevin Pollak.
Oh. Well, he was talking about the tenor of my voice, and like he didn't like me.
No, I thought he was very truthful for such a Hollywood star.
And I don't think he was the first to ever say that.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Maybe publicly in a microphone.
Okay, well, big deal. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Entertainment Weekly Radio.
And they got it too.
Oh, yeah. They caught some smoke.
Who else wants some? You know what I mean?
Line up.
Yeah. Look, if you're smaller than me, you're going to get ignored. If you're bigger than me, we'll do this all day long.
Yeah, you have no problem.
It's great.
You could turn the whole show into it.
But also, when I go home, there's zero thought put in. I don't care.
Right.
But
that's exactly what's happening here.
But to your point, it's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun.
Because people like hearing that when people are angry at other people.
You know who I'm mad at when I go home?
Who?
Hot Dog. That's it.
I get that.
That's just 24/7.
Oh. No. It drives me nuts.
But he's so lovable, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's the opposite of hate. Love and hate. That's a thin line.
Yeah.
I saw a movie once. There's a thin line between love and hate.
Because you don't think it's coming from an evil place.
It's not.
No, it's coming from a complete place of idiocy. And just...
It's a good thing you paid him back that $5.
I did. You know what?
It was a sweet thing for you to do.
Yeah. But also, I feel like since you paid him back the $5, now you're taking liberties.
I mean...
Knowing you paid him
I'm
back
not
the
indebted.
$5. Right. You're like, now I can say whatever I want. Like, if he goes, why would you say that about me? You go, I paid you back the $5. It's fine.
I gave you the $5. Calm down. I'll see you next week.
I'm keeping the $7.
You should keep the $7.
I'm keeping the $7.
Definitely keep the $7.
And expecting another deposit.
And I'm keeping this $10, by the way.
You should.
You should.
You should. You didn't bring up the John Cena thing. I did.
And Danielle asked about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's just a lore I don't know about.
Well, I mean, and I'm glad you speak for probably a high portion of the audience.
Right. Trying to catch everybody up to speed.
That's right. And we've done it, and we'll continue to do it. We're going to take a break. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
It was on the YouTube, Not Sam YouTube channel, youtube.com/NotSam. You want to see what we're doing in the studio, you can go there and check it out. Of course, all the clips go up on the Sam Roberts SXM Instagram page. You can follow along there. But we saw a big superhero movie news. They're bringing back the superhero movies. They're trying
I don't think they ever left.
Well, they kind of left. I mean, they're trying to make it so that they're trying to make it a thing again,
They've been trying.
I know. Do you think they've got it?
I think this summer, I think Fantastic Four is going to be super important.
Important in the sense that if it does well, we're back, and if it doesn't do well, we've got a lot of work to do.
I think if that doesn't do well,
right,
they've got major problems to think about.
Do you? When does it come out?
Fantastic Four.
Because I don't know, man.
July 25th.
I feel like that, nostalgic kind of. It's got like a 50s aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like it's not like. It's called First Steps, so I assume it's like kind of like their origin story,
which
almost. But people love Fantastic Four.
They do not enough to watch any of the other movies.
Well, there hasn't been a good Marvel Fantastic Four movie.
No, I know, and they've been bad, and people are to an extent excited about this, but I don't.
No, people are excited about it. I will go see this.
Look, I'm biased because I'm sitting here going, I don't care about that, but also I'm not a superhero movie guy.
Right, but you were in for like Avengers.
Of course, you could not be.
That's when everybody got out.
Because that's the end. Like, they put a bow on it.
They did a really, really, really good job of telling that arc of a story for however many years. And then they had a really hard time getting people back in.
Because it's an impossible task. The idea that you can put out multiple superhero movies a year and they're all successful is, it's lightning in a bottle. It's a generational thing.
And they did it.
They did it, and they should be applauded for it. But this idea and also that should last forever.
It's unsustainable.
It's completely unsustainable. It used to be like you'd get, when we started getting a superhero movie every single summer, that was big. Like, it used to be every few years you got one of the big blockbuster superhero movies. And then all of a sudden we started getting one once a year, and that was a big deal. But the idea that you could sustain,
then it was like once a quarter,
and then it started to get once a quarter, and then with Iron Man started to develop this idea that you can create an entire universe over the course of multiple years, multiple movies, because you own the entire property.
TV shows.
It's crazy, but I think that was when it was first happening. Not only was it good, right? The stories were good.
It was great.
It was a lot of the movies were the same movie over and over again, but all these superheroes that had witty retorts.
Well, that was kind of born out of Guardians being such a success.
I honestly thought it was witty retort fever started with Iron Man. Like,
the fact that
and Robert Downey,
a little bit,
Robert Downey was so charming as Iron Man, because like people like Iron Man, but he's not Batman, he's not Superman, he's not one of these, like, he's not even Spider-Man. So the idea that Iron Man, that first Iron Man movie, did so well, and that Robert Downey Jr. played it so perfectly, it was almost like, oh, this is what the new superhero movie has to be. This is what Marvel is.
2008. Wow.
Crazy. And then you're right, Thor coming in, because nobody wanted a Thor. Who cares about Thor?
No, nobody cared about Thor.
Except Chris Hemsworth did such a good job.
Plus, he's so good looking.
Yeah, he's like, for you, he's like Bad Bunny for Troy is your Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If there was like a Chris Hemsworth billboard where he's in his underwear,
but
I'd take walks like Troy.
You also love Australians. That's your thing.
Yeah, I like Men at Work.
That's
and
right.
Chris Hemsworth.
That's right. And you love Crocodile Dundee.
And a didgeridoo. Whew, you won't get me to stop playing it.
Yeah, except you don't play it with your mouth.
No.
So,
plus I love Knifey Spoony.
Well, that's just one of the great restaurant games. Yeah. But so then, and then you're right. Guardians of the Galaxy completely changed the whole game, because not only did nobody care, nobody had ever heard of Guardians of the Galaxy, and it becomes this household name phenomenon that you go, okay, we're onto something here. We got to do this. Ant-Man becomes like a multi-million dollar franchise. Ant-Man has no business making a profit in a movie theater.
No, but they did, and they had this thing where every movie was good. Every movie was not only well received, but well reviewed.
Yes, and if you were in, you're in.
And if you're in, you're in.
And we're going to give you what you want. And then and then Black Panther was excellent.
Amazing.
And you figured it out. But yeah, I remember I went to Avengers
Endgame.
And like I said, I'm not like crazy into this stuff, except I like a happening. You have known that about me for a very long time.
Love happenings.
Happenings are great. And they go, okay, we're going to play the movie all night. People want to see this movie so bad. We're going to just leave the theater open all night long.
It was 24 hours.
Right. And so I go, oh, that's a happening. That's fun. And so I went to like a 1 a.m. screening on that first Friday, and it was full. Yeah. And the idea of going to a full 1 a.m. screening of a movie that everybody in the theater is into.
It's fun.
Wow.
It's awesome. Like, that's the best. That's what it's all about. It's so rare to capture a moment like that that I was there for the vibe.
No, like I generally like a quiet movie theater, but with that said, like the videos of people just losing their shit.
It was so
while
fun.
Watching this, it was just fun.
And like people just, Spider-Man's talking to Iron Man and this one's dying and people are crying and I'm like, I mean, this is a little bit silly, but I mean, I'm feeling the emotion that you're feeling. Good for you.
But when Captain America gets Thor's hammer,
that's right, he does.
People just go nuts.
They go crazy. And then stupid Doctor Strange opens a new circle so all the friends can come back. Doctor Strange is easily the worst. The idea, like, I almost feel like it's a betrayal to society that Doctor Strange was not only able to command a solo movie, he got multiple solo movies, and they made money, and he got his own Lego set. It's nuts.
Do you think that has a lot to do with how charming Benedict Cumberbatch is?
This Benedict Cumberbatch is 1 in a million. I don't think anybody else could have pulled off Doctor Strange.
Like, nobody would have cared if it was, like, Ron Howard's brother.
No, I would have seen Clint Howard as Doctor Strange. Clint Howard is a favorite of mine. That was a terrible example. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Ice Cream Man, but he is unbelievable.
Okay, but if Mark Ruffalo was Doctor Strange instead of the Incredible Hulk, you would have been, get the fuck out.
And I like Mark Ruffalo, but no, not Doctor Strange, no. Because you have to have this sardonic wit and charm to be Doctor Strange. I mean, we're sitting there and it's like, oh, I hope it was Spider-Man's blasting into space. Who will help him? Oh, Doctor Strange's cape. It's so stupid.
Stop being shitty about Doctor Strange.
I hate Doctor Strange. Like that, when maybe that was what was bothering me too. The idea that we're all going to pretend that Ant-Man and Doctor Strange deserve not just their own films, their own franchises, sequels.
Ant-Man had like 10 films.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, in that whole movie, I mean, the fate of everything depended on Doctor Strange's knowledge.
Right.
He saw all those options.
And he's like, I'm going to make some holes so the Black Panther crew can come in too. And you're like, oh,
that's not what they're called.
What, the holes?
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
Sky holes.
Like portals?
I think they're sky holes.
He's not like, let me make a hole.
I'm going to make a hole.
They're like, I think it's hole.
It's a hole.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right. They brought Guy Ritchie in to...
Yeah, it's like, how come everyone's Cockney?
I can't understand a word they're saying anymore.
Is this Lock, Stock, and Two
Let's get Yeah, and then the good guys win, the bad guys lose. It's all gravy. It's perfect.
But like you said, you went because it's a happening.
It's a happening, but
it's impossible to go anywhere from that.
Right, and it was a good movie, and they put a bow on the end of it. It was beginning, middle, end. Like it was perfect. It's a very well done superhero movie.
Get ready for the next phase.
And then this is...
And everyone's like, no, I don't think so, man.
Get ready for the next phase. It's a multiverse. And I go, okay, so we're back on Lost Island where polar bears run in the jungle. Cool. I hate multiverse because they go, well, now anything can happen. And I go, well, that's just being undisciplined as a writer. If anything can happen, well, what if we put all the Spider-Mans in this movie? And you're like, I mean... It's cool, but it feels a little fan servicey. No.
Now, do you feel like that?
And I like the Zendaya Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man movie is great.
I like that little guy as Spider-Man.
And you liked the last Spider-Man where all the Spider-Men were in it.
I mean, it
was fun. You had to see Tobey Maguire.
Well, Doctor Strange is on the cover, so that bumps it down a little.
A little bit. And then, like I said, with the multiple Spider-Men, I was like, this is, first of all,
no, it's not just a...
Nobody needed Eduardo Spider-Man. Nobody. Eduardo Spider-Man. Eduardo from Facebook.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Nobody needed him to jump into Spider-Man. Everybody hated those Spider-Man movies. Nobody saw
forget
him.
about that.
Yeah.
No, but people liked that he was in it because he got to
because he got fucked out of Facebook?
As well as... Remember how in his Spider-Man...
You better lawyer up, pal. I'm Spider-Man.
We're not talking about the social network.
I left my Prada at the cleaner.
It's a great scene.
It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all fine. It's all fine.
But the multiverse isn't just a tool that they're using. Like, it does exist in the comics.
Fine. Lots of things can exist in the comics.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'm going to go sit here in the movie theater and not go, this is undisciplined.
No, but like...
You like discipline.
Nobody wanted to go... Nobody saw fucking The Eternals. Nobody...
What is The Eternals?
I think Harry Styles was in at the end. That's all I know.
What?
Spoiler alert.
It's like a post-credit scene.
Does he go like, thank you for coming to the movie.
This is a good movie.
Like a movie. And Chris Pine is just sitting there giggling.
Right. So nobody cared about Phase 4.
Phase 4? What's your favorite phase, Troy?
I don't know. You got me.
This is phase...
Phase 3 ended with Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man.
That's the end of Phase 3?
Yes.
That was great.
Then everyone was like, hey, you want to go to Phase 4?
You only needed 3 phases. Mm-hmm. Phase 4 was WandaVision.
But this is also where it became too much to keep up with.
WandaVision, I don't think that held my attention. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I didn't see that. Black Widow, I didn't see that. Loki Season 1, I didn't see that. What If, didn't see it. Shang-Chi, nope. Eternals, nope. Hawkeye, nope. Spider-Man No Way Home, was that with all the Spider-Mans?
Yeah. I saw that.
See, I saw that one. Moon Knight, nope. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, take a guess.
That was good.
Nope. Miss Marvel, no. Thor, Love and Thunder, well, I didn't see it, but, you know, I'm not here to shit on Chris Hemsworth.
Or Jeff Goldblum.
Right. Oh, yeah, we love Jeff Goldblum. She-Hulk Attorney at Law, people didn't like that, right?
Nope.
Okay. Werewolf by Night, I've never heard of that.
Nope.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Wakanda is forever. We like that.
I saw that. That was fine.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I'm not going to watch a holiday special.
That was great. That was on Disney+.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure it was fun and kitschy, but...
But my point is, this is where it became too much. Now you had to watch all these TV shows, and you had to go see all these movies.
Too much.
And it just became too much. And these weren't characters that anybody was familiar with for the most part. So
She-Hulk Attorney at Law is in the... She-Hulk Attorney at Law is coming to this big movies, right?
What? No.
I heard She-Hulk...
Is she?
I think She-Hulk...
Is she in this thing? I don't know. I don't know half the names in this thing because, like, I didn't keep up.
Okay. All right. So...
That was Phase 4. Now we're on Phase 5.
There's a Phase 5?
We're on Phase 5.
Okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp. No. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That was really good.
I think I saw that.
But that was a standalone movie.
It's a standalone movie? That was a while back, right?
It was like last year or the year before, but that wrapped up their story. And
I don't know if
it had nothing to do with anything that was going on in the Marvel universe.
Secret Invasion. I've never heard of that. It seems non-specific. Loki Season 2. I didn't watch Loki Season 1. Am I going to watch Loki Season 2? The Marvels? No.
Nobody went to see it.
No. What If Season 2? Okay, I thought What If was a film. So, no. Echo.
I think that's about the dolphin.
Oh, I should check that out because I love that game.
Yeah.
I saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Great movie.
I know, it's cute, but I didn't like
funny.
But I didn't like what they did to Justin Baldini in it.
I don't know if that was the same movie.
That's fucked up. Agatha All Along, no. But I like that actress, but no.
Yeah.
What If Season 3 is also okay. Captain America Brave New World, that's when Papa Doc gets to be Captain America, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it.
That just came out.
Yeah, but
Didn't do great.
The reason nobody's going to see that is because everybody knows that when Captain America shows up, if you just insult yourself before he gets a chance to, you can defeat Captain America.
I don't know if that's how it works. I think you're confusing two different movies.
He's Papa Doc.
I don't know if that's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Of course it is.
Okay, if you're saying it is.
And also, everybody knows that Captain America, the new Captain America, went to a private school.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody knows that.
I mean, think about it. If you're sitting there, oh no, Captain America's coming to get me. And it's like, you know what Captain America's real name is?
What?
Clarence.
How do his parents get along?
They have a very good marriage. Not good. Not good.
All right. That hurts his cred.
That hurts his cred a lot. So, sorry, we need you, Chris Evans. We need you to come back. Or get Trump Sebastian Stan to come in and do it.
He's the man.
He rules. Daredevil Born Again.
That's a new TV show.
Who's watching a Daredevil television show?
I love Daredevil.
Is Ben Affleck?
No.
Wasn't he the original Daredevil?
Yes.
Thunderbolts. Oh, Thundermins is what I was thinking of. Thundermins on Disney.
No, it's Nick.
Oh, yeah, Nick. I don't know. The children like it.
The Thundermins.
The kids love the Thundermins. And I think the Thundermans are great. That dad is pretty wacky, huh?
Don't look at me. I've never
don't
watched
look at me. I don't watch Nick. I watch Disney.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that we were drawing a line in the sand. And Ironheart, that sounds like a movie about a horse.
Yeah, I think it's a sequel to Braveheart, actually.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll watch Braveheart.
I'm seeing this trailer that's auto-playing in the corner. Now I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. Well, that sounds like a good movie. The movie about the Pressure Luck.
The Luckiest Man in America.
With Paul Walter Hauser. That I'll see.
I'll see anything with Paul Walter Hauser.
He's the greatest.
And Walton Goggins?
And Walton Goggins.
Holy shit.
It's the best. But yesterday, Marvel did a 5-hour... Oh, there's a... Fuck.
Well, this is Phase 6. This is coming up.
Okay, Phase 6 is... Okay, this is where they try to make the big comeback.
Yes.
Because I already can see that they're trying to, like... This is clearly a rebuilding phase.
And they've significantly pared down the content.
And it seems like it's high-quality shit.
That's what they're going for.
The Fantastic Four first steps. Okay, it is also good for the Fantastic Four that the superhero geeks and stuff, I say that with peace and love and respect, know that this is part of a phase where it's a bunch of good stuff, not a bunch of nonsense.
Hopefully.
Eye of Wakanda, people are going to see that. Black Panther still got a lot of juice in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this
I don't
Wonder
know
Man.
what Wonder Man is.
Wonder Man should be the Steve Zahn story and what happened after he left the band, The Wonders.
Yeah, it's not spelled right, though.
Yeah, it's actually pronounced Onetters.
Yeah, I don't know what Wonder Man is.
Yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman is DC.
Wonder Man was created by Stan Lee.
I mean, was it?
This is Wonder Man. I don't know if this is a real
Come on.
No, it's not a real trailer.
Come on, nobody needs a Wonder Man. Scrap that.
Okay.
Then we go to Avengers Doomsday. People love that because Iron Man's coming back as Doctor Doom.
Right.
Right. Except he's not Iron Man.
No.
He never was.
He's Doctor Doom.
He looks exactly like Iron Man.
Don't pay attention to that.
Okay. And now, is this a move out of sheer panic?
What? Casting Robert Downey Jr.?
Making Iron Man Doctor Doom?
Yeah.
People have lost their minds at Comic-Con. I was excited.
People were excited. And I think an equal amount of people hated the idea.
I think he's going to do great. Spider-Man 4, The Quest for Zendaya.
Is that what they're calling it?
I think so.
They're really breaking the fourth wall.
Yep.
You know that'll be successful.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Who is Tom Holland?
Yeah.
He's a great Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
And he's got an eternal youthfulness about him that works for Peter Parker.
50 for all I know.
Exactly right. And he's a short king, and we love our short kings.
Yes, we do. Except one.
Hot dog. But we don't love... That has nothing to do with being short.
No.
It's just like him.
Incompetence.
Vision Quest. I don't need a Vision Quest movie. Avengers Secret Wars.
That's the... So Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars are...
Those are the big ones.
They're together. Like Endgame was with...
oh, fuck. I hate that.
Infinity War?
Infinity War, yeah. Thank you.
I hate that.
Why?
Because I go to see Infinity War, I'm like, okay, where's the rest of the movie?
Yeah, it's coming.
And they're like, wait 2 years and an extra $19, please. And I'm like, thanks for nothing. Troy, do you like when you go to a movie?
He hates movies.
And you sit there for 3 hours watching superheroes do their thing, and then at the end they're like, no, we finished this movie in 2 years.
I mean, that would never happen.
You would never do that.
I would never go to a superhero movie
they
for
just
3
did
hours.
it with the recent Spider-Verse. Did you go?
The second one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you didn't go?
No, because they didn't pick my song.
Oh.
Good. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, a double platinum song the first time wasn't enough.
Yeah, they had Metro Boomin do all the music. And
Who even is Metro Boomin?
It's that cell service.
Metro Boomin's actually doing pretty well.
No, he's very talented.
Very good.
He did a great job, but I'm just
better than Black Caviar?
Well,
wow.
I'm a little bitter.
I would be. I'd be too.
It's bullshit.
Maybe you get a move in Blade. You get a song in Blade.
If that ever happened.
TBC, that's to be confirmed?
Well, yeah, because I guess they're having a lot of problems. Like,
what's called Blade, you can say that word again, right?
Yes.
Okay, because he said the word.
It's with, what's his face?
Wesley Snipes.
Nope.
Triple H from Blade 3.
No.
Oh.
Marshahara Ali, whoever that guy is.
Mariska Hargitay?
No.
I love Mariska Hargitay.
I don't know his name.
It's a she. She's on Law and Order.
No.
Okay. Mahershala Ali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's on. Yeah. He's actually great. He's been in a ton of stuff.
He's great. Yes.
He's awesome.
But they're having a lot of problems with that movie.
Well, okay. So everybody's very excited about this Avengers Doomsday. They can never just announce one movie. They're like, hey, good news, we're doing 10 movies. Just do one good one.
Well, they announce,
a chart. You get a chart of movies.
Yeah.
Just announce one great movie. Remember when Tim Burton was like, here's a Batman logo. I'm doing a Batman. Everybody was like, this is fucking awesome. It's Batman. And then Marvel's like, what if we had a whole fucking family tree of movies? It's like, how about just one? One great one.
It's to get people excited.
If it's one great movie, you get excited about the one. Don't worry. We got 10 and 6 series. Okay, so what they did was, yesterday, they did a 5.5-hour live stream where they put director's chairs with all the cast members that are going to be in Avengers Doomsday, which is the first Doctor Doom Iron Man Avengers movie.
Right.
And they put all the chairs out, and they just slowly panned across all the chairs so you could see who is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. See, there it is. And it takes a good 5 minutes just to get to Chris Hemsworth. We already knew Chris Hemsworth was going to be in it. But it's a very slow burn. Luckily, they made a minute 43 version, which I think is probably the one we should take a look. How long does it take to get off Chris Hemsworth? We're at 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
To get to the second person, 13 minutes.
Yeah. So
you know how many morning routines I could get through by then?
2?
Easily.
Maybe. Actually, this is shorter than the morning routine.
That's right.
This is only 5.5 hours.
That's right. Let's go to the minute 43 version.
Are you sure?
I think so. All
right.
There's only so many hours in the day.
Okay, it's your show.
He would be diving in the pool already.
I would be. Well, I'd be midair. I wouldn't be in the pool. I'd be preparing to land in 3.5 minutes. Okay, we got Chris Hemsworth. We got Vanessa Kirby. I don't know who that is. We got Anthony Mackie. Okay, we got Captain America. Okay. Sebastian Stan. Okay, we got, the other guy from Captain America. Letitia Wright. I don't know. Paul Rudd. Ant-Man's in this. Okay, great. We got Wyatt Russell. Okay, sure. That's good. We got Tenoch Huerta Mejia.
Yep.
That's awesome. Ibn Mas. Wait. See, maybe we need the 5.5-hour version. Florence Pugh. We love Florence Pugh. It's Midsummer. Kelsey Grammer is going to be in it. First, I will send you to heaven before I send you to hell. Danny Ramirez. Joseph Quinn. We love Joseph Quinn. David Harbour. So it's a Stranger Things crossover. Yes, it is. Winston Duke is in it. Hannah John Kamin. Tom Hiddleston, that's Loki.
Yep.
I remember Loki.
Got that.
Patrick Stewart, so that's a little Star Trek crossover. Mm-hmm. Oh, Ian McKellen, no, it's an X-Men crossover. Alan Cumming, we got the guy from the Traitors. Rebecca Romaine, from the Mystic. James Marsden from Sonic. No. Channing Tatum from the Stripper movie. Pedro Pascal, so it's and Robert Downey Jr. Shh, he says. Don't tell anyone. Okay.
It's like too late, I know.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I guess... Avengers Doomsday now in production. So, okay. So, we've got Pedro Pascal coming in from The Last of Us.
No, that's not what he's... That's not the character.
I think it's the character, because it's a super...
I would assume it's the character that he's playing in the Fantastic Four, but you know more than I do.
Well, I would think that they would want whatever character is the biggest character. So maybe they're waiting to see how the Fantastic Four does. This is going to be great.
Maybe it'll be the Mandalorian.
I think Sebastian Stan is coming in playing Trump, and he's going to be the villain to Captain America, because he is Captain America now.
Understood.
Paul Rudd is playing the stepbrother from Clueless. So that's going to be wild to see who did Josh grow up to be, you know? I don't know who some of these people are, but they're going to be great in this, I think. I don't know who that is. Going to be awesome in this, I think. Florence Pugh is obviously playing Midsummer. She's going to dress the villain up in a bear suit.
Yeah, are they going to have to explain?
Yeah, burn him alive. Kelsey Grammer is doing Sideshow Bob, yes?
Yes.
Good. And so there is a scene in the movie where he sings the entire score of the HMS Pinafore.
Well, yeah, that's what they originally intended to do with this whole reveal.
Pinafore?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's long.
That's awesome. Yeah, okay. So obviously I think the big news is that the X-Men's are in it, right?
The original X-Men.
Because Patrick Stewart is Professor X, Ian McKellen was Magneto, and Alan Cummings was... I don't know what he's
no
doing.
S again.
And whatever he's doing, he is. What was his name? He was the shapeshifter.
Yeah, Night something.
No, the shapeshifter.
Yeah, I know.
I had his name.
Nightcrawler. Yeah,
Nightcrawler. Right. Yeah, that's what I said. I said Night something.
No, I think that was me.
I don't think so. We'll see later. Yeah, Nightcrawler. So, but I wonder if this Nightcrawler is going to be fabulous. You know, because, and Rebecca Romijn, she was Mystique.
She was Mystique. James Marsden was Cyclops.
Yeah, but I think he's doing the Sonic guy.
Oh, okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog. He plays Sonic's human friend.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you'd seen the film.
I haven't seen the film, but I've seen the trailers.
Okay.
I love that Channing Tatum's in it.
Yeah, because he's doing the Magic Mike stuff?
No.
Oh.
No, he's going to do Gambit.
Ha ha ha, mon ami. Good for Channing Tatum.
It's going to be a new meme.
And isn't like Channing Tatum, like that was legit his dream role, right? Like he's been trying to be Gambit forever.
That was the same way that Ryan Reynolds like forever wanted to play Deadpool.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum forever wanted to play Gambit.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, when I was growing up watching the X-Men cartoon, Gambit was my favorite by a mile. He was the man. And when he and Wolverine would kind of fight over Rogue, I'd be like, Gambit's going to get her. Except then she was like, I can't touch either of you anyway. You'll blow up.
That's right.
That's my superpower. I go, that superpower sucks. Okay, so that's fun that Channing Tatum gets to be Gambit.
Yeah.
Throwing glowing cards at people and whatnot.
Yeah. And then Pedro Pascal is going to be The Last of Us.
Mr. Fantastic, The Last of Us. Imagine if he had Mr. Fantastic powers in The Last of Us. Is that who he plays in Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
So he can get all stretchy and stuff?
Right. Hang on.
Maybe he's the Human Torch.
He's not the Human Torch.
I just thought he's so hot.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Reed Richards. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Robert Downey Jr. is the villain.
Mm-hmm.
He's Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great if people had not seen the Comic-Con reveal and they're like, Iron Man's back.
Iron Man's back.
Yes. Max in Baltimore. What's going on, Max?
Yo, what's up? I just want to get your thoughts on Sam Raimi being the director of Doctor Strange 2, since he hated so much.
Yeah, that's right. To be fair, I did not see the Doctor Strange movie. However, I do remember being excited at the time that there was like practical effects in it because Sam Raimi was doing it and he was kind of going back to some of his roots of what's it called? You know, the Bruce Campbell movie.
Evil Dead?
Yeah.
You got it.
I had that.
I kind of helped you there, but you got it.
I had it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a million different things all at the same time.
No, I know.
Yeah, he's going back to his roots of Evil Dead using practical effects. So I got excited about that, and I love Sam Raimi. But I say put Sam Raimi in charge of Spider-Man. By the way, they said, I saw something, it was like the 10-year, or maybe more, maybe the 15 or 20-year anniversary of Sony putting out a tweet announcing the release date of Spider-Man 4 that never came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was like this week. It was either and it's crazy that like 10 or 15 years ago there were tweets. But
yeah, 2000. Well, it's supposed to be released on May 5th, 2011.
Right, but I think the tweet it was the anniversary of the tweet.
So it was probably 15 years ago.
That's nuts.
If it was
that there were tweets 15 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see Spider-Man 4. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. You know why they didn't do a Spider-Man 4? Because he did that emo dance.
16 years ago.
16 years ago. Yeah, December 3rd, 2009, this was tweeted. Sony Pictures to release Spider-Man 4 on May 6th, 2011. Never came out because of the emo dance.
That's why?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't, that literally...
Somebody says my 9/11.
Yeah. I mean, I can't, when you talk about superhero franchises, it's hard to imagine they might have fucked up Spider-Man worse than they fucked up Batman with Spider-Man 3. Because Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2...
Batman just kind of ran its course.
Are you what? Jerry Bruckheimer coming in, fucking up Batman.
When did he do that?
The last two Batman movies are some of the worst things you could ever see.
The one with Bane?
Yeah. Not the new Bane.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're talking about Poison Ivy's Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, where Mr. Freeze is saying, freeze.
And people consider that to be bad.
A lot of people.
Wow.
Cinephiles, mainly. You know, the film screw. The film school crew.
It's 5 stars on my Letterboxd.
No. We all have interesting letterboxd. I went through mine recently. I'm actually very excited when it comes to fan service, because this is just breaking. I just saw this today. Okay? I think that I'm going to need to make a trip to Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Okay? Because already, I think it's like, this is like the 20-year anniversary of the
It was
Office.
just last week, it was the 20th anniversary.
Right. This just broke. Office fans rejoice. Chili's opens the Scranton branch and brings back an iconic appetizer. So Chili's is opening a Chili's in Scranton, Pennsylvania, that is designed to look exactly like Chili's looked when The Office was on.
Oh, that's funny.
So like the Chili's that they went to, it's going to look exactly like it did on TV. They're going to have their like chalkboard sketches, the cushions and everything, remember the tiled tables? All the tiled tables are going to be there. And then their rip-off Bloomin' Onion is coming back just for this one location. They're like designing it to look exactly like it did in the 2000s. Look at this. Give it some sound. I mean, this is so exciting to me. This is
The Chili's Scranton branch is open for the first time. Come on in.
Here, our triple dippers are as famous as our modern 2005 Chili's decor.
Right, and they have it designed like an old
tables?
Yeah.
Head in with your Scranton office
Hey!
for any occasion.
What happened to Suck It?
Oh no, did the Suck It not pan out?
Suck It didn't pan out, so now he's got a bartend at Chili's?
What? And he took over after Robert California again, didn't he?
Suck It.
Suck it. Suck it.
In with your Scranton office co-workers for any occasion.
Oh,
Like your Scranton office.
I know him.
Yeah.
I know him.
These are yeah.
All right,
Something
so
great.
hang on. So she was the one that Michael had an affair with.
That's Jan at the booth. That's Jan.
Oh yeah.
Triple dippers
Look at the
are-
background. That's Jan.
Oh, with you know who she's with?
Oh my God, she's with the.
Yeah, you got it. I can't remember his name.
But that night,
yes.
When Michael has to listen to Jan's assistant's song about him having sex with Jan.
Hunter.
The dinner party episode.
Yeah, the dinner party episode, the greatest television episode that's ever been written.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's sitting with her assistant Hunter. Is this dude anybody?
No, I don't think so.
No, that might be the manager.
Yeah, he definitely.
Oh, is it?
Pam falls off the stool.
Oh my God, I have to do a full Office rewatch and then watch this commercial again. Give me the weekend.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Every time you watch it, you hate.
Yeah, he's
Jim
the
and
one
Pam
that
more
banned
and more.
More and more, they both suck. They are anchors on each other's dreams.
Yeah, that's the guy that banned.
I don't know
Pam
who this
from
guy
Chili's.
is. Was he
That's the guy that banned him from Chili's?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. No, the first guy.
Yeah.
The guy that opened them in. We gotta go way slowlier.
I don't think that's a word.
It is. That's how you would describe this.
Okay.
By the way, this to me is so much better than announcing who the Avengers cast
look.
is.
It's that dude.
Oh my
right
God,
there.
she found him.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
yeah.
She's not welcome in this restaurant chain ever again.
This is so much better because
Okay, so now we
The
are
Office-
assuming everybody in this commercial is.
it's got to be right.
Yeah.
The Office universe is better than the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I would say so.
Oh, yeah.
And Chili's is better than the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Chili's is better than most things.
Chili's my favorite restaurant.
Okay.
Come
So-
on in.
Yeah, give us sound on it.
Okay.
Okay, now that's the woman Michael had the affair with?
Yeah, she was married. Remember?
Is that the one that he met her, like, she managed that spot? Yeah, of course, I remember.
Yep.
And then right behind her, Jan and Hunter.
Those are as famous as our modern 2005 Chili's decor.
Remember when Jan had a baby without Michael and I didn't tell him?
I do. Who's this guy?
So that might be Sadiq.
Was he the IT
old
guy?
IT guy
Oh.
who liked NPR and hip hop.
Yes.
Kyle
Tables?
Head in
We know who
with
this
your office
is.
co-workers for any occasion.
Okay, he was the one that went to jail.
Yep. Yes, he was.
That Michael was worried about.
Yep.
Like your Scranton office award show.
Those are big here.
Okay, who's that lady? That's Melissa Etheridge.
I don't think that's Melissa.
I'm pretty sure that's Melissa Etheridge from the hit song "Come to My Window."
Is that the woman who Kevin kind of flirts with?
Yes!
At the
Mike.
Christmas party.
Mike.
Wow.
You nailed it, dude.
Wow, Mike.
And by the way, Mike is sitting here for you at home. Mike is hands on hip, looking straight. He is not researching this. There is no Google. He is using that big old brain of his. This is I mean, I can't believe we wasted all that time with the Marvel stuff.
No, that's my bad.
Stupid.
That is her.
Yeah.
Damn. Mike, good pull.
Good
That's
pull.
what she said.
No.
Enjoy legendary
See, I like
Awesome
that.
Blossom.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Back.
Awesome Blossom. Who is that guy?
I don't know who that is. Is that Milchek from Severance?
That's Milchek. He at the end of the commercial does this fun dance.
He might just be one of the other warehouse guys.
I would think warehouse guy.
I know his face.
Yeah, I would think warehouse guy.
Oh, and she worked in the warehouse.
Yeah, so those are just like maybe early on. I wonder if those are
Madge.
Maybe Patrice era warehouse.
Yeah.
Chili Scranton.
Awesome Blossom is okay.
Yes.
Back.
Oh, that's Hunter. Oh yeah, that is.
Oh yeah, that's Hunter.
Okay,
You know who I think that other warehouse
my
guy
God.
might
His name
be?
is Glenn. Warehouse guy.
Is it Glenn?
I don't know. His name is Glenn, warehouse worker.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just warehouse work.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, let's see what Hunter says because I'm sure it's something funny.
It's gonna be
Back. As in, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
Oh, Jan's it.
Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs.
Can I tell you something? Hit pause.
way too much time on Hunter.
Well, they're the biggest stars in the commercial, though.
But Jan loves it because she loves Hunter singing.
And Jan can still get it, by the way. I would invite her on a trip to Sandals. Anybody get the rep?
Of course.
Okay, so that's it.
But this pose. This pose is important too.
Oh yeah.
This is remember when they were filming the commercial for the branch and Michael found out that he did not have the creative control.
He thought he was getting all 30 seconds.
Yeah. Whoa.
Chili Scranton, now open for business.
Can we do a live broadcast from Chili Scranton branch?
Yes.
I mean, it's literally everything I like. If they just put like one wrestling thing up there, I would never leave.
I'll talk to Hard Rock Johnny.
Do you think he knows a guy?
Probably.
He probably does. Oh my God. I'm 100%. My wife's been asking me what I want to do for summer.
Oh, there we go.
I got to figure out like something that would trick her into thinking like Scranton is a real.
Plus, if we're going there, we can go to Sheets because there's Sheets.
Oh, we can go to Sheets and we can drive by where that clock is.
Oh yeah. We can be like, oh, I know that
for
clock.
the opening credits. Yeah, that would be sick.
Steamtown, the train museum, is up there too.
I'll probably pass on that.
I don't need to go to train museum.
Well, they've got a lot of great locomotives.
Okay. I don't know what the difference between a great and a not great locomotive is, but
yeah, aren't they all the same?
Some are bigger than others.
Yeah, okay, that's a locomotive.
I'll get on a locomotive every day. Come to work.
Yeah,
a lot of them aren't functional. It's a museum.
No, Sam's works every day.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, you know, all that footage from the intro was filmed by Jim, just like before they even did the show. Like he just drove around Scranton, just like
really,
filming. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow,
just like randomly filming stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm at the point now where like,
we'll do maybe a live week.
I mean, you're gonna however long we spend there, you're gonna have to pry me away. This place seems awesome.
Sam, the show's not for another 6 hours. What are you doing here?
This is awesome. Yeah, we got to do something. I'm at least going. That's for sure. I'm seeing it opens on April 7th. Okay, so we got about a week and a half, week and change.
I'll get with McClure today.
And good. They had Kevin and Meredith there taking pictures.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm looking in the article. Kevin and Meredith. How come Kevin and Meredith weren't on the commercial? Dropping a whole thing of chili in Chili's. That would have been crazy.
Kevin's making bank on
Cameo?
On Cameo, just on everything.
Yeah.
Like he's the office guy.
Well, you got to just lean in. Sometimes like just lean all the way in and like, you know, I whatever. Like you have something that 20 years later people are still obsessed with.
Yeah.
Like The Office
generation loves it.
There's more than one generation. The Office came out 20 years ago. Danielle's 22. She gets every single Office reference I make.
Yes.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Like like her generation.
Yes, is obsessed.
Loves The Office.
You know what it is? They're obsessed the way we were obsessed with The Simpsons. Like we didn't necessarily watch The Simpsons every Sunday night at 8 o'clock, except for that very important part of life. The Simpsons was on twice a day, every day. Yeah. And we watched it every day.
I mean, the Office. It's on every hour of the day on some channel.
Comedy Central and E.
Yeah, I know.
On in my
Constantly
house,
on.
Like that is what we put on when I need background noise.
I do.
The Office.
This has been the new thing, and I'm getting the kids like super interested. I think I'm doing them a great service. Is right around 7 o'clock because they don't watch TV; they watch their iPads. But I turn on the TV just so it's on and so I can enjoy. But there's only so many programs. I can't put on one of my serial killer shows. Like, I can't finish my documentary about the dad from Seventh Heaven.
Why? Teach him young.
My 5-year-old's like, he did what? I go, no.
Cautionary tale.
Sure. But there's two things that I watch because I know they're going to be on no matter what. The Office, and I am flipping back and forth, which episode's on Comedy Central, which episode's on E.
Yeah.
And if I need a fallback, if I'm thinking of an episode, let's go over to Peacock.
Okay.
I'll do one of or Shark Tank.
Okay.
Those are the two shows every single night in the Roberts household.
Yeah, I mean, The Office is just a staple.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in that rare air goat conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and its placement is only getting higher as the years go on. Like, it holds up well. The first season does not hold up.
No.
At all.
But they were finding their footing.
But it's like The Simpsons, right? From the third season.
Nobody talks about the first Simpsons.
No.
The first season of The Simpsons.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And that's fine.
But from the third season on with The Office.
There's some good episodes in the first season, though.
Well, you like the edginess.
When Mr. Brown comes to do the seminar.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious.
Well, there's
it's
only
hilarious.
5 episodes, right? In the first
In
season.
the first season,
yeah,
it's
it's very short. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the cards on the head and everything.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's funny. But when you get to the meat of the show, it's probably season 3 and then until
No, I would say season 2.
You think so?
For The Office, absolutely.
Oh, the Dundies start in season 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And then up until Michael leaves. I still enjoy the Robert California years.
I do too.
I like Robert California.
I like the Robert California years a lot. I think the D'Angelo Vicker arc is hideous. I mean, I still watch it, but like his character changes episode by episode. It makes no sense.
No, come on. What are you hating on season 2 for? Look at this.
No, you're
the
right.
Olympics episode.
I hate the Office Olympics.
Really?
Episode. It tries so hard to make Jim seem so cool.
He is cool.
He's not. He's a fucking douchebag.
Mike, I feel like every time we talk about The Office,
The Chili's episode is season 2.
Yeah, The Fire is a great episode. You probably love The Fire because Jim is humiliated in it.
That's right.
Remember when it turns out that he's the one that left the thing in, isn't it?
What?
No, Ryan.
Oh, it's Ryan.
They made a whole song.
No, that's right. Ryan did it, and Michael tries to cover it up because he loves Ryan so much. My bad. I knew it was one of the two cool guys.
One of my favorite scenes is when the fire truck rolls in and Dwight jumps up because he's so excited that firemen are here.
Yeah. I was watching the Dwight Doomsday Device episode.
Email surveillance. That one's funny because Michael didn't get the invite to Jim's party.
You're 100% right. Season 2 is where it starts.
Yeah.
Season 2. I mean, it's amazing. Season 2 is amazing.
The injury. That's when Michael steps on the Foreman grill. Season 2 fucks.
Season 2 fucks hard. Yeah. I mean, did you see? And they can't escape it. I mean, Steve Carell has done so much since The Office.
Yeah.
And like 2 weeks ago, this story came out that through a foundation, he was paying for everybody's trip to the prom of this school that was affected by the fires. And all anybody did was talk about Scott's Tots.
Yeah. Everybody was like, he has the opportunity to do the funniest thing.
I mean, dude, the Scott's Tots episode is so unflinchingly cringy. That is probably my favorite episode. Just because it's so
painful.
Like, you're going to need
holy
laptops.
Shit. He goes out and gets batteries.
And you can't power a laptop.
Chair Model is an incredible episode.
Which one is Chair Model?
Chair Model. Yeah.
He finds a chair model in a catalog and he wants to date her.
That's right. I remember.
So he sends everybody out on a mission to find the chair model, but they start suggesting other women for him instead, and he dates Pam's landlord.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
And he goes to the coffee shop and she's like, Michael? He's no. No.
He has such high self-value and self-worth.
It's a great show.
It really is. And Chili's is like the top of the tops. I'm not kidding when I say it's my favorite restaurant.
I know you're not.
Okay, good.
No.
Good. Did you think I was kidding?
Not for a second.
All right. I'm serious as a heart attack. Chili's is the best restaurant you could go to. Chris in Connecticut.
Good morning, gentlemen. With all of this movie talk this week, I was able to see the trailer of Screamboat, and I'm surprised that we haven't chatted about this yet. It seems like the brainchild of one Sam Roberts and one Travis Teft.
I mean, Screamboat looks, thank you. I've seen the teaser. I don't think I watched the full trailer. It looks amazing. It's all this one dude. Like, I think it's the same guy who did the Winnie the Pooh series.
I think so, yeah.
He's just waiting for stuff to hit the public domain, and then he's making horror movies about it. So Mickey Mouse hit the public domain because Steamboat Willie hit the public domain. So that version of Mickey Mouse, no other version of Mickey Mouse, but it's just the way copyright and trademark is set up, is that eventually these characters that you trademark hit the public domain. And Mickey Mouse and from Steamboat Willie hit it, and now we've got Screamboat ready to hit the theaters.
Coming soon from the wonderful world of Willie. Set sail for an adventure like no other. Meet Steamboat Willie. He's wacky. He's wicked.
Can you tell that was green screen?
Whistling his way into your heart. Literally.
This looks great.
All aboard the Staten
Hit
Island
pause.
Ferry.
Travis.
What?
This
I
is
knew
everything.
you couldn't tell? You couldn't tell that was a Staten Island ferry boat?
But they shouted out by name. Like,
I know.
this is everything you could. This is like when
This
The
is your
Office.
shit.
Yeah, to me, like The Office meets Chili's. It's like perfect for me. Mickey Mouse on the Staten Island ferry.
Why do you think I'm facing this way? I don't want you guys to see.
That's unbelievable.
Hang on. Whoop. I muted it.
Oh.
He's whistling his way into your heart. Literally. All aboard the Staten Island Ferry. Willie's world of mischief and mayhem. But he's not taking this trip alone.
Oh, great.
Willie is joined by a group of unsuspecting passengers, along with 5 fearless friends. Cindy, Bella,
Right.
Jazzy,
Yes.
Ariana, and Rory.
Let's get this jungle cruise going!
Oh, that looks awesome.
By the way, that is an actual ferry that they're filming.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tyler Posey.
From the producers of
Is that who that was?
Terrifier 2
Yeah.
and 3.
We're all going to
This is a
die.
little hard up.
When their dream voyage turns into a nightmare, they'll have to work together to survive the night and find their happily ever after. This is no fairy tale.
Nice. Full scream ahead. Screamboat.
In theaters April 2nd for a limited time. Get tickets today.
Sold
I want
me.
to be where the people are.
Get it?
I got it. That is the ferry that Colin Jost and Pete Davidson own.
Oh, so they rented out that
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
Oh, psych. Jesse Posey, Tyler Posey's brother.
He just looks like him. That's
I
perfect.
didn't know he had a brother.
That's perfect. Well, now you do. Yeah, I'll go see Screamboat. I think it looks amazing.
You'll go see it in the theater.
Hell yeah, I'll see it in the theater.
Interesting.
That looks awesome.
Okay.
I will absolutely see that in the theater.
All right.
Honey, take care of the kids. I got a place to be.
I'll be back in 90 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe slightly shorter. Probably get it done at a tight 85. You know, speaking of Chili's and all those fancy restaurants.
They're not. What?
I heard. What's a sit down? I heard. I heard that after all of the talk, you know, we've been trying to save Hooters here on Sam Roberts Show. They're getting ready to file for bankruptcy, is what they say. The haters say, and I think that it's a great establishment. It's delightfully tacky. The food is great. It's amazing. I love Hooters. But our own intern Danielle had not been ever to a Hooters.
What?
That's right. Can you believe that?
Never?
That's crazy,
Never.
right? That's crazy. So she actually took it upon herself, very impressively, I might add, to go to a Hooters in, where was this?
New Jersey.
In New Jersey, God's country, and see what all the hubbub was about. Was that what it was? Was it the fact that we were talking about it with such high regard made you go like, I got to see what this is all about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're a vegetarian, so you can't even enjoy the delicious chicken they have there.
Are you talking about the Wangs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I figure out a way to enjoy things.
You didn't decide to break your vegetarianism to try the...
Not for that.
No, okay. Okay, all right. That's actually kind of a shock to me. I would have smelled it in the air and gone, fuck it.
Travis,
morals or no morals.
I actually did do that in Disney World.
What?
I will say, when I first went vegetarian about 10 years ago, I did break it in Disney.
For the turkey leg?
No. Literally just for like, I don't remember actually, like probably chicken or something, because they didn't have many options at the time.
Oh, so you were forced to?
Yeah.
Disney will do that to you.
Never again. Never
right.
again.
Well, Disney likes to push their values upon you.
Loose morals down at Disney.
That's right. But not at Hooters.
No, not at Hooters, at a New Jersey hotel.
Yeah.
That's right. This was in a hotel?
Yeah.
Oh. So you have a place to stay after.
Exactly.
That's so great. So this is located in the hotel.
Yeah, the bathroom, you had to walk into the lobby of the hotel.
Okay.
That's not what a restaurant bathroom should be.
No, generally, traditionally not, but to take the reverse angle, if I was at a hotel and found out there was a Hooters, like, attached to the hotel, I'd never leave the building.
You'd be so pumped.
You're right. It's almost like if you're in a hotel and you realize the airport is the same building and there's a Chili's in here too. You never want to leave.
But you also don't want to be staying at a hotel and have to deal with like Hooters customers using your bathroom.
Well, I usually, when I'm staying in a hotel, use the bathroom in my room. I don't go down to the lobby.
It's one way to do it.
To go to the bathroom. I don't know if that's
But
weird.
if you're about to go out sightseeing and you're like, let me take a quick piss.
Sightseeing, there's no sights to see.
Well, I'm here in Jersey for the sightseeing. You know what? Let me take a wicked shit before I leave. Better use the lobby bathroom. That's true. Maybe you don't want to blow up your room bathroom, so you blow up the lobby.
I'd imagine the Hooters caters to a lot of traveling businessmen in town for conferences.
That's right.
Looking to cheat on their wives.
Oh, so you think that this would be a Hooters built for infidelity?
Yeah, because a lot of male Hooters clientele, especially, in their late 30s, 40s, 50s,
right,
have that sort of sense of confidence that they could pick up a Hooters waitress.
Right. Well, yeah, there's a married confidence where it's like, well, if I wasn't married, I'd be doing very well with women. Which is something you can tell yourself, but is 10 times out of 10 not true.
Yeah, and if you're on a business trip, you probably hold some degree of importance in your company.
Sure.
You go down there, you get a couple pictures in you, and you think that you can take one of these chicks back to the conveniently located hotel.
Do you think that most of the time it ends in failure?
I would imagine there's not a high success rate.
Okay, no. But you're right. There is something about somebody else paying for your flight that will give you a heightened sense of importance. Yeah. But Danielle, you drove there.
Yeah.
Nobody flew you there.
No.
And you didn't stay did you stay at the hotel?
No.
Okay. You know Hooters used to have an airline in the 80s?
That's right.
Hooters Air was literally, this is how big this company was.
That's insane.
Yeah. So you go to the Hooters. Let's take a listen to Danielle's experience.
Like, Sam, if I was in Orlando and I landed in the airport and I stopped here and ate this, I'd be set for the trip.
Wow.
What's good,
That's
Sam
great.
Roberts fans? I'm Danielle. I'm here outside of Hooters because we're going to see if this is really worth saving. There's a 30% chance that it's already raining, but duty calls.
Mean Girls. Got it.
You got that?
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
Thank you. They said we can...
Because it was a rainy day, by the way. For those that didn't see, it was clearly pouring rain. So I already respected that you went out in the rain, but then when you drop a sick ref, too,
Thank you.
I'm all about
They said
it.
we can pick any table. That's pretty lit. Nice booth.
That is.
Booth.
Oh, wow.
There is nobody.
Nobody's there.
Not a soul.
Although, I do like your optimism. It's pretty lit that we can pick any table we want because none of the tables are taken.
Chef's choice.
Well, it's the worst when they force you to sit somewhere
I hate
and
that.
you
No,
don't
yeah.
want,
That makes me so
especially when booths versus chairs are involved.
Yeah. Well, what time of day was this? Was this just not?
This was like 5:30, 6 p.m.
So dinner
on a
time.
Wednesday.
Dinner time. Okay,
Yes.
straight up dinner time. I was worried that it was not a popular time, but actually, right around 5:30, 6 o'clock on a Wednesday is when most restaurants.
busy.
Yeah, they'd probably bring in a little extra staff. All right.
Nice booth. Loving the booth. Let's check out this menu.
Oh, look at that chicken.
That looks good.
Nice and old and a little crinkly. Love that. I like that's not a QR code.
Yes.
I don't fucks with QR code.
I hate
Here they
that
make
too.
sure they give you real menus. I don't know if it's this Hooters or Hooters is just downgrading, but
Some kid that I was friends with in high school.
Some kid I was friends
we were
with.
friends in high school, and he also went to the same college as me. And he does like some radio film stuff too. So
How did you get involved in this project with you?
because I literally was like, "Hey, would you want to come to Hooters with me?" I didn't figure many of my other friends would. And also to record,
You know what? Yeah, number one, he's got video experience. And number two, you don't want to ask your real friends to go to Hooters with you. So, like, you go to the guy, it's like, well, you know, he's not going to judge me. We might not see each other again. Like,
yeah, I was just using it for your camera.
Yeah. Honestly, that's really, really smart.
He probably doesn't want to hear that, though.
No, it's not true.
Big deal. I mean, you're not going to see him again. So.
No, you're right. You're right.
You got what you needed.
Yeah.
Unless she has to go to Chili's next.
Oh.
Hey, we had so much fun. You go to Chili's all the time?
For the cookie skillet.
Nice.
Cookie skillet?
Oh,
just for the cookie skillet.
Is it?
Have you heard about that?
I gotta Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
I go to like Chili's for dinner with people, and they all sit there with their chicken dippers, and I eat a cookie skillet for my dinner.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's usually what vegetarians should do, eat cookies for dinner. That really does solve all problems.
Troy, you would for sure fuck with a cookie skillet.
I feel like I'm sleeping on Chili's.
Yeah. Chili's is great. Not good. Great. And I don't just throw that word around. So you found the menus to be a little like they had maybe been printed a while back?
Yeah, because it was already set at the table. Like, they didn't come out with menus.
Sure.
It was just already there. But I liked that, because at least it was something I could hold.
You could just take it. You could hold it. You don't have to wait for anybody.
QR
you don't.
codes suck.
Yeah, QR codes are the worst because they're just trying to take your phone number.
Right.
They're trying to get your data.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
True.
Scan this QR code. Yeah, just put your phone number in. We'll show you the menu. What? All right, let's skip ahead. I want to find out because you were right about the wings. However, Troy?
Yeah.
When it comes to Hooters,
yeah.
Wings aside, what's super important to you?
The wings at Hooters? What's
aside from the wings?
Oh, the fries. The fries.
And what are you dipping the fries in?
Cheese.
Danielle did a review of the fries and cheese sauce.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And the cheese sauce. So it has dried a bit. I'm trying to mix it, actually. Okay. You know, when the top layer forms quite of a skin.
Danielle, it seems like your vibe is like you're not really going to get put down. Like, it seems like you are more of a problem solver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a solutions. I like that. You're a solutions-based person. Like, you don't look at this and go, there's skin on the top of this dip. I'm not using it. You already dip. You go, okay, this isn't traditionally what dip is like. Let me just stir it a little.
Yeah.
Right.
The credit goes to my mom.
That's great. I think it's the way to be.
She doesn't have any issues ever. So
yeah, you roll with the punches.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Especially in a booth at Hooters.
Right. We're lucky enough to be alive on this planet at this time in this booth at this Hooters. What do we really got to complain about?
Yes.
Let's stir the dip.
Yep. No. Classic stuff. All right, here we go.
Good flavor.
With the fry. That's a potatoey fry, which I like.
Okay.
Not too potatoey, though.
Right.
This one's a little crispier. Let's see if we... Oh! Cheese is a little coagulated. You know what? No.
It just stays.
I think we can... Yeah, we can be here all day, really, if we... Yeah.
You see, the cheese sauce doesn't like pour off of it. No. Like, it's not exactly a fondue pot. You know, it starts to drip, and then it just takes the form of the drip.
Yeah, I was thinking that it was going to be like a disco fry vibe, where the cheese was going to be on them already.
Sure. Either a cheese sauce or even a melted cheese with a gravy or something like that.
Wasn't really warm.
But it's better this way because then you can apply it as much as you want to the fry.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't get soggy.
That's right.
If you have leftovers, yeah, you're right.
No, that's great. Now, while Danielle was there, she met, there were, I guess, the people that saw that you were filming a report.
Well, yeah, I went over to them.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
And you asked, like, if anybody would like to speak about their experience, because it's one thing for you to have your perspective. It's your first time there. But the regulars are going to have a whole different...
Yeah, there was a good, 8 guys at the bar that clearly, that's their spot.
Well, yeah, because nobody else was there. Well, look at all those empty chairs.
You know what's funny, though? It looks like it's in pretty good condition. It doesn't look like it's...
Well, there's nobody there to mess it up.
I know. Well, it just looks like it's been remodeled recently.
Yeah. It's a hotel edition.
Like, it doesn't look like it's outdated.
No, yeah, you're right.
It might be one of those things where they have to keep it up because the hotel is like, we can't have a dingy restaurant.
It wasn't that tacky.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It wasn't delightfully tacky.
Was there a gift shop attached?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think in the front there were some
maybe a couple of
knickknacks,
tchotchkes.
but I don't think they were for sale.
A lot of Hooters, you go in, it's almost like a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Where you go in through a gift shop, except it's delightfully tacky.
Should that be next? Never done that.
Never done a Cracker Barrel?
No.
Cracker Barrel, you'll just love.
It's shit.
It really is great, isn't it? Yeah.
Block out a whole afternoon.
Oh, yeah. You can want to sit in the rocking chair.
Oh, yeah.
Play the games at the table.
You have to.
Need the full experience.
Go through the gift shop.
Yeah. And I mean, the menu's extensive. Extensive.
For good reason.
Nice.
A lot of good stuff.
So here, there's a real charming guy named James that she meets at the bar to kind of get his take on all this.
Speak up about Hooters. I'm good. How are you?
Great. I love Hooters. It's the best, especially this one.
What's your favorite part about it? Like, what draws you back?
The women.
Right on.
the women. Well, you can see.
While he's drinking his light beer.
By the way, I'm looking at this scene, and it doesn't exactly seem to be teeming with females.
Notice that's what makes their seating so important. They sit at the bar because the bartender is trapped back there.
Right.
A waitress will just come. She's dropping the menu.
I see.
She's gone. She's a captured audience.
Right. There's one woman who is there stuck, and she has to listen to the stories of James.
She's getting rizzed by James and the guys.
Yeah.
By old Neckbeard James.
Neckbeard James. Excuse me. I just want to know, what the heck is a cutie patootie like you doing sitting around looking all cute and stuff? All right.
Bruh. Their ass cheeks hanging out of their pants.
Yeah.
I've heard that's the appeal, yeah.
My name is James. Whoop whoop. Thank you.
I mean, James
Showing love.
I like the ass cheeks hanging out. Whoop whoop.
By the way, I appreciate the bra sound drop. I think it was appropriate. Also, yeah, him shouting out juggalos in case they're watching. Yep. And also, he likes the ass cheeks hanging out. He likes all this stuff. And instead of going like, oh, maybe that was a little distasteful, maybe I shouldn't, he announces, my name is James.
Name.
Whoop, whoop. I'm James.
If you're interested.
Whoop, whoop. You're like, okay, cool.
I love ass cheeks.
Yeah. And I like that, Danielle, you maintain your professionalism the entire time. I'm on an information gathering mission.
Doesn't matter if you agree or not. Right. You're there for the information.
It's not about it. Like, you want to know, what does this guy enjoy about Hooters? And he's James, as he said his name was, James Whoop Whoop, who's willing to tell you the women.
What about the women?
With the ass cheeks hanging out of the pants. You're like, got it. Cool.
It's nothing if not insightful.
No, that's true. It makes me feel a little weird because now I feel like of all the times I've said how much I like it, you're judging me a little bit. I want you to know that Hooters has a whole palette of offerings.
Of course.
I wasn't until you just mentioned it now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's
you're kind of calling attention to yourself.
I'm just saying how I feel right now.
I wonder how Sam feels about the ass cheeks.
Right, because with James, it's the first thing that brought it up. I was talking about the wangs and the delightfully tacky, the gift shop. He said, I never even thought about the ass cheeks hanging out of the shorts. But now, now that she's gotten the insight from James, she does the right thing, Danielle. She goes to a employee, one of the great servers at Hooters, who James was referring to, and we talked to her.
Oh, thanks, James. We're here with a Hooters worker at the Hooters of Somerset in New Jersey. You know that Hooters filed for bankruptcy, right?
I do.
How do you feel about that?
It doesn't...
Like, you low-key don't care.
I don't care.
So...
I'll go find another job.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I really don't care at all.
I kind of hate this fucking job.
That sucks.
I really don't care.
If I was hearing news reports about, Sirius, I'd be like, oh, I care. This sucks.
Shit,
what can we do to make it better? She's like, I don't. You low-key don't care? No, I don't care at all. I don't care.
Probably just go somewhere else.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'll probably go to a place where I can surf with pants on.
My ass cheeks aren't hanging out.
Hear what James said? This is the type of people I deal with.
There's a strong chance James is listening right now.
Shout out to James, by the way. Whoop, whoop. We feel you on that, dude.
With a Hooters worker at the Hooters of Somerset in New Jersey. You know that Hooters filed for bankruptcy, right?
I do.
How do you feel about that?
It doesn't...
Like, you low-key don't care.
I don't care.
Oh.
So, with that, how do you feel about working here?
Well, as you can see, it's pretty...
It's popping, right?
It's like this majority of the time. So.
Oh. Are you ever cold?
That's a good question.
Are you ever
I was
cold?
wondering that the whole time. I was freezing.
I guess that because you came in with your jacket on, so it was obviously a cold day, and she's got her ass
cold
cheeks
and rainy. Yeah.
You mean you don't? But you only know that from James, right?
I didn't know that was going on until James told me.
I mean, I hate to think that it's like this most of the time.
That's what she said. She said
to-
like this most of the time. It's got to be
feel like-
so depressing.
You know what I wish?
Gotta make no money.
We got to get John Taffer back in here and show him this video.
Oh, can you imagine that?
I mean, if he saw the congealed cheese, neckbeard James, I don't care.
The employee's not giving a
They
shit.
don't care at all. Oh, he would have his chest so far out right now.
Wouldn't that be great?
What do you mean when you say you don't care?
You think John Taffer's going to save Hooters?
I think he could.
If anybody can, right?
I would go in. Honestly, I want to do like. Remember when Michael Moore did that movie Roger and Me? Mm-hmm. I want to get me and John Taffer in with our own little doc crew, and the two of us save Hooters.
John and me.
John and me. John, the guy who knows how to save restaurants, and me, just a dude that loves that place Hooters
and wants to see it thrive.
I want to see it thrive.
I'm just here for the chicken.
For the wings. By the way, just so everybody
on the record,
on the record for the wings. And the cheese sauce and all the food and the offerings. Not what James said. James entitled to his opinion.
You're cold?
I'm not cold because I have a long sleeve on today, but normally corporate, like you wear the black ones and tank tops on like Fridays.
Oh.
I see. Wait.
So I didn't know that.
I didn't know either.
So they do tank top Fridays.
It's like Target does denim December.
Oh, for the real top tier stores.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you probably related to that instantly.
Oh yeah.
So now,
well, I noticed the fries aren't gone. So you only had you weren't hungry.
Oh, well, I mean, I brought them home and I definitely, yeah.
You did? You had them
For
later?
sure.
That's
and
amazing.
yeah, pickle chips, I brought them home, everything.
Wow. Did you bring the cheese sauce home?
No.
Just okay.
I ate it. I ate the fries with the tangy dip from the pickle chips.
Smart.
Great. It was great.
Smart. But I like that you go, I'm a vegetarian. I can only do what I'm going to do. But let me get as full service offering as I can. And this is something I've never done before.
Oh.
You ordered the cake at Hooters. You ordered a slice of cake at Hooters.
They probably don't get many dessert orders.
5-layer chocolate cake.
No. You think it's frozen?
I think it's probably frozen. And I like how they like drizzle
Mm-hmm.
the chocolate sauce on it to make it look fancy.
Yeah, that part was glistening. The rest was...
It really does. Now, do you think they're actively slicing cakes?
No. No, they had to thaw that out. Yeah.
You think they thaw by slice?
Yep.
They don't, because they're like, we can't thaw the whole cake because we won't sell the whole
They're
cake.
not selling a cake a day.
Right. No, that's a good
Go
point.
through a cake in a week.
That's a good
I think
point.
James is there for the
it was
cake.
quite
he's there for the cake.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not even his birthday.
That's a big piece of cake.
No, it is a big piece of cake. You think that the waitress went back and she was like, she wants a piece of cake.
Right.
Do we
What?
have cake?
Do we even have any of the cake? There's been some in the freezer for like a year.
You know,
All
it came
right.
out in like 7 seconds.
Well, they probably nuked it pretty on it. Was it warm?
Nope.
No, it was not
Nope.
warm.
Did they roll out a dessert cart?
No.
That's a good question.
Is there freezer burn on it?
No, it was very crusty though.
Crusty.
The edges were so crusty.
Okay.
Then that means
And I
it's
don't
been
say that in
pre-cut.
a bad way, but exactly, it was definitely
Right.
pre-cut.
That's okay. We're there for the moist interior.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just eat around the edges.
That's fine. That's fine. You can dig in there.
I think it was off screen.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Ooh. So we have like 4 layers here.
Big bite.
Oh, okay. Somebody looks happy.
Oh, wow.
Oh. All right. This doesn't taste like cake, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
It does not taste like cake.
Interesting.
But whatever it tastes like
Right.
is really good. You know what I mean? Like the cake. It's like I guess maybe stale, but it's like nice and cold. I don't know how to describe it. This is really, really good.
Cold stale cake.
I really can't figure out. I was sitting there and I was like, what am I eating? Like, it didn't feel like a fluffy cake texture. Like, it was giving more of like banana pudding. Like, you know, when the things get like soggy because they sit there.
It's always interesting. It's always interesting when you're eating the cake and you can't determine as you're chewing, is this icing or cake that I'm chewing?
Yeah, because it was all cold. All I tasted was just like chocolate and fudginess, and it was good.
You didn't know, but it was tasty.
It was tasty, and